Radiant team ban.
Impossible.
Radiant team ban.
Hello, 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 hello. Nice to be here. I'm excited to cast. I haven't done too much Southeast Asia, so you're gonna have to guide me a little bit, but I'm keen to be here, ready to cast. Good to be here, man. Yeah, understood. I've seen the bands right now, and it feels like that I'm on the Vanguard equals 15 armor team because these are all the heroes that I like to play. So it seems like the pos 4 on Vanguard equals 15 armor is very powerful. Is that true?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team.
Yo, what's up?
Radiant team pick.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah, of course. No worries. Um, yeah, I can see that the draft's already going on. Looks. What's wrong?
Done. Oh no, the whole time my mic was connected. I was talking to nothing.
Oh no.
No. Anyway, I'll redo that thing. Anyways,
okay.
Phoenix Dota Season 2, SCA Intermediate Division. Sorry for the unplugged mic. We're going to be watching Veteran Vanguards and Vanguard equals 15 armor facing off here in the preliminary finals. Winner goes to face Dusk Esports. Loser will go home. I am Anna the Caster and I'm with Brett. Sorry for that one. I was not aware. Okay, very weird. All right, very weird start. But anyways, Frets will make that one work. But yep, as I was saying, Undying is a D-dot hero while Dawnbreaker is a pos 1 hero. We did see Aegis use it a couple of times on pos 1. Could be Flex as pos 3 as well. They banned the DK, they picked the Lich first pick, and now they picked the first pick Rubik on Veteran Vanguards. Brett's, your thoughts?
Radiant team ban.
I like the Lich first pick. I think Lich, you can't go wrong with this hero, right? Like, he just kind of dominates the lane. The Ice Armor in the late game is just absolutely bonkers. Unless, of course, you pick something like Shadow Demon to purge it off, or Invoker, or go for a Nullifier building hero. But I'm not sure about this Rubik pick. It's kind of out of left field. Is that like some history behind this pick? Can you fill me in on that, or is that just one of their favorite heroes?
5
It's a Magnus block.
remaining.
Magnus block. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But Magnus was banned already, so interesting. We'll see how it goes. All good.
Lycan.
And they go straight into the Lycan on Veteran Vanguards. Okay.
So that's
I think this hero
definitely.
in.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Good. Sorry. So Salty VG is a Rubik picker in this team. So you were saying, Brett. So all I mentioned.
I was just gonna say I've been watching a little bit of the ESL1 Raleigh qualifiers. I've been seeing a lot of Lycan. I think a lot of people are playing in POS 3, as is usual, picking these alpha wolves and just absolutely dominating the lane. It just scouts so much of the map for you. It can consistently stop blink daggers because they have a lot of magic immunity. They have a lot of health. And then later on you can buy the Ags and bite someone to make them super buffs. But looks like Bandle Savage. I'm going to call them Bandle Savage.
Yeah,
looks like they already know where they want to go. So, Bloodseeker into the LC. So lots of front-loaded power coming out from this. I like this.
Yeah, like what you mentioned as well, Brett. You did mention that you want to pick the Shadow Demon into this kind of composition, especially like with the Lich, right? And if I'm not mistaken, somebody can fact check me. If you use press the attack on the demonic purge target, it doesn't. I think it purges the press the attack, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's correct. So, Demonic Purge will constantly purge for as long as it's on, and Legion Commander's heal will be purged off. Damn, this draft is flying past. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we don't even have time to predict anything. So, Ricky, I think that's a Ricky 4.
I think you're right. It could be a mid Ricky. I've seen it before. It's decent, but I think it's a Ricky 4. One thing that's kind of cool, I'm not sure if everyone's across this, but the Ricky smokescreen now gives evasion to your allies inside of it, and also gives mischance to enemies that are inside of it. So you can stay inside of it during like while Ursa's outside of it, and you'll still have 75% evasion,
Oh,
which
that's
is
true.
extremely good.
Yep.
So I like the pick here. It's also can be, I guess, a bit of a block pick because Ricky is just LC can't win a duel
Radiant
with
team
Yep.
back.
Smokescreen on top of him. So I do like that pick
Yeah.
a lot. We'll have to see how it goes if it is going to be the pos 4 or the
Radiant
mid.
team
This is
back.
going to be mid picks for both teams.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
Um,
What do you
but yeah, I think the
predict?
SD.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just going to quickly touch on the SD. I like it a lot because you get the Disrupt for the Legion Duel, you get the
Oh,
Purge,
yeah.
which is extremely
10
good,
seconds
and
remaining.
then also you can use the Disseminate either as a
5
offensive or
seconds
defensive,
remaining.
depending on if you think you're going to win the duel or lose the duel as well.
Yep.
So I do like the SD pick, super nice. But if I'm talking about predictions, let's have a look here. So Pango
Dire
banned out,
team
Queen banned
back.
out, and Storm banned out. Looks like Dire probably want to be playing a little bit fast. Maybe if it is a mid hero, something like an Ember Spirit or a Void Spirit looks pretty decent to
Yeah.
me. I think that it can't really. There's nothing to really catch it other than Rubik Lift, which looks decent.
10 seconds remaining.
How about for Radiant? What do you feel? Anything that you know about veteran Vanguards? Any
5
mid picks that you
seconds
feel like
remaining.
they really like?
You know, honestly, I could see them like kind of cook with the maybe a Zeus mid here, just so that if they really think Ricky is going to be a big issue, I feel like Zeus is like the normal counter towards a Ricky. But apart from that, really, I don't really, I can't really think of any other mid laners on the top of my head that can really go up against Bandle's lineup right now. I would say Void Spirit, but Void Spirit can be easily caught out with the Bloodseeker Rupture plus the Legion Commander duel. There's no Puck available as well. There's no Lina. I actually can't think of any other mid laners from the top of my head.
I think like they definitely want to have someone who can. I think they need someone to set up the fight a bit for them right now. The only way that they can kind of fight is if Rubik lifts someone, or Ursa gets a blink, or gets a purge. There's no one to really like say, "Hey, we're fighting." You know, something like a
Yeah.
puck that says, "I'm gonna just press R on someone and hey, we're gonna fight right now." So I think they could go down that angle. I think Storm would have been decent for them if once they got BKB on the Storm, but I can't really see anything else. Perhaps like a Pugna could be pretty decent. A little bit of a block pick. That can stops the Legion Commander, stops Bloodseeker from getting
Actually,
in.
I just thought of something, Fretz, on the side of veteran.
Tell me.
You can actually go Outroll Destroyer in this one.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think OD looks pretty damn good here. You get 2 saves. You get to have a lot of damage here from the Q, obviously, as well as the dropping the hammer on top of everyone. And then also having the Disrupt as well as Astral Imprisonment against Lich. That sounds pretty good. You're probably not going to have too much bouncing around.
They saw it. They see through that. They banned the OD.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that it's a really good pickup for veteran Vanguards. But right now for Bandle, I expect like what you mentioned, a fast-paced mid laner. I actually kind of see like I envision like maybe an Earth Spirit as well, like any of the 3 spirits right now for Bandle. As for veteran Vanguards, I would kind of wait to see which spirit hero they would pick up. But I think at this point, probably Zeus would be the better pick here, in just in case you want to have that global presence as well. Because I think Zeus has relatively good pacing with the Lycan, but I feel like they want to try to put together a physical type of mid laner with Lycan. Razor, actually.
Razor. Okay. I was thinking maybe Earthshaker for veteran Vanguards as well.
Yep.
It looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as well, Pretz, but the one small problem I have with the Earthshaker, I mean, now that I pick up a Razor, right, that's a range mid, gonna be a little bit difficult to fight into the Razor if you're an Earthshaker, but also the Bloodseeker. You want to go Aghanim's on Earthshaker, and Bloodseeker kind of counteracts that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's tough. I think the OD was definitely the pick if it was available.
Yep.
But I'm not too sure where they want to go.
Sniper is actually available as well.
Yeah. I was thinking they kind of have this weird dichotomy on Dire because Razor wants you to move and then Bloodseeker doesn't want you to move.
Exactly.
So it's kind of tough. I feel like it's a tough pick here.
And considering as well, Pretz, that they have a +1 Ursa, so his life won't be easy, and they actually pick up their spirit themselves for the veteran Vanguard.
Okay.
So I like this pick. I think the mid pool was really small. Credit to Bandle Savage banning out like I think around 6 mid laners, maybe 4, 5, 6 mid laners on the side of Bandle. But yeah, Earth Spirit mid. definitely coming back into meta. I believe it's because of his scaling, if I'm not mistaken, and also his pacing. Am I wrong, Pretz?
No, I think you definitely hit the nail on the head. I think he's just does so much damage so early. He basically has the inbuilt blink dagger with the roll, which he can initiate with, which I think they were missing out. Now I
Mm,
like that pickup now a little bit on Earth Spirit, and the hero just has so much HP so early. So tough to fight into him because of that magnetize, spreading all that dot damage, and he just doesn't die either if you're playing it correctly. Now Ricky kind of has to pick between where do I put my smoke, right? Should I put
mm.
it on top of this Earth Spirit so he can't roll out, or should I put it on top of this Ursa who's jumping on my back lines, or should I put on this Lycan now who's running in? It's going to be pretty tough, but I think looking at the drafts here, I feel like if Dire can kind of pace, or rather keep up pace with this Earth Spirit, I think
Mhm.
they might have a pretty good draft here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, same thoughts with you, Pretz. I really feel like this is Dyer's game to lose just because of the way their draft is set up. And we haven't both mentioned that we were talking about Ricky on who he wants to smoke, right? But there comes a point in the game, Pretz, where the Ricky just gets shard and goes like, you can't save the dual target because you can't click on them because of the shard. That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
Prepare
forward
for
to.
battle.
yeah, you're definitely right on that one.
Right? Wait, enough of that, Pretz. Now let's go introduce these two teams here. On the Radiant side, it's going to be Veteran Vanguard. It's going to be Aegis on the Ursa, D-Dot on the Shadow Demon, Sexy Quilly on the Lycan, VG on the Rubik, Tintin on the mid Earth Spirit. Meanwhile, on the side of the Dire, it's going to be Bandle Savage or Vanguard equals 15 armor, Corona Fan on the Bloodseeker, Akari on the Lich, Raikez on the Ricky, Universe on the Legion Commander, and Beamy on the Razor. And by the way, Frets, a little bit of context, but I feel like Aegis is very familiar with Akari's game. What did you think?
Yeah, this was the unfortunate hook incident in mid. Have I got that right?
Yep, the hook incident in the mid
Yeah.
lane. Game 2
Yeah.
of TBD and Bandle Savage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can get some payback for that. I think he's quite well set up for it, especially he's got this Ursa, can jump on top
Mm,
of Lich, and probably will want to build a nullifier later on into this game. So I think he's quite set up to get payback here on Akari, but I did want to
yep.
bring up Sexy Gwelly's facet here. Actually went for the pack leader here. So
Mm,
this one is the one that gives while it's shapeshifted, it makes all his summons also strong.
mm,
So interesting. I haven't really seen this one too much, but we'll have to see how he goes. He's probably going to be going for that Helm of the Overlord, building in,
yep.
making his ancients and trying to push down towers. So
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I
Other than
definitely see
that,
that.
yeah, I think other than that, it's all pretty standard all the way down.
Hmm.
Everyone else has pretty standard stuff. What do you think? Are you a Razor enjoyer or not really?
Oh, definitely a Razor enjoyer, especially Position 1 Razor. I really love playing Position 1 Razor, but this is going to be a mid Razor because it's on Beamy. And
Yeah,
Razor right now, I feel like at this point, I think the art of Razor has been a little bit lost in the meta. It's not really a go-to pick, but he's not bad. He's probably B tier in my
30
opinion, and
seconds to
there's gonna be an
battle.
early fight potentially for these two teams. Nope, they're
and
gonna
it's the
walk
power
away.
of the wolves.
Never mind.
The wolves just scout out everything.
Hmm.
It's tough. Yeah.
And by the way, you were
Uh,
mentioning the Lycan going for the pack leader instead, and this is basically, in a sense, a more damage centered Beastmaster, if I were to say it bluntly. This is just Beastmaster on roids in a sense. And Beastmaster,
The
don't get me
battle
wrong, he's a
begins.
strong hero, but the pack leader makes him crit now. Beastmaster can only dream about that.
Yeah, that's right. It makes all his summons be able to crit, which is actually very very powerful. Can definitely be super duper strong, especially with one of those ancients that because it gives the movement speed to your ancients. So these ancients that want to get on top of someone, but they're a little bit slow, as
Mhm.
well as getting the time warp aura ancient. One of the I think it's the frost giant gives you
Oh,
cooldown reduction, which is super good.
oh,
So
that's disgust. That hearing
yeah.
just hearing about this now is just kind of disgusting in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's super strong. So it means he can summon out his wolves a lot faster. It means he's got howls even more, and that shapeshift will be up even more often. So,
Yep.
but looking at the lanes here, where's the action going to be? It looks like mid's probably just going to be a little bit of a farm fest. I think it's probably top looks like more likely where something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like the side lanes are probably the lanes to watch here. But looking at both these side lanes, it's what is this? A Legion Commander Ricky against an Ursa and a Shadow Demon. Top side, it's a Lycan plus a Rubik going up against a Bloodseeker Lich. I feel like the more action would probably be at bottom because I feel like Ursa is just one of those heroes. Yeah, you're fine with him just hitting creeps, right? But he can exchange hits with you. And speaking of exchanging hits, look at Universe. 4 stacks of Fury Swipes already.
Yeah, just cops 4 autos, loses a third of his health for his troubles. It's pretty tough. I like Ursa here, but I'm just worried he's not going to be able to do too much.
Courier gets sniped.
Yeah, just the stick, so not the worst, and it will be up in just over a minute, but
Could be worse.
Could be worse, that's right. I'm just worried that Ursa's going to have a tough time here when the smoke screen does start to get leveled up. He's not going to be able to do too much in the lane because he's just going to have so much mischance.
Oh, another courier dies, but oh, mid lane, kick back, roll forward, Beamy. Able to walk away with that one, and by the way, Aegis also kills off Raikez's courier, which also had a stick in it.
Yeah, the payback. I like that.
Tick for tack, so to speak. Top side, uh-oh. Blood Grenade, Telekinesis back, Blood Red connects on the Rubik. Rubik, she'll be able to walk away from that one. Fate Bolt, they can't get the damage though on top of Corona Fan. Corona Fan is able to walk away, but Welly, 3 denies. Woohoo! Looking at the CS by the way, Pretz. Look at 9-5 on the Lycan, 10-5 on the Lycan, and only 2 on the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, what's going on in this Bloodseeker? What? I feel like he should have a decent lane here.
It doesn't have any stat items, and Lycan is
yeah.
universal, so I could see that being a factor, a huge factor.
I just realized this. I've just had a looking at it. They've got Howl and Fade Bolt. So together with that, they have a lot of damage reduction actually on the auto attacks. So it's kind of cool. I do like that. I think it's only base damage though, it's not total damage, but still, it's a good angle to have. But yeah, very surprising for Corona Fan here. Just getting kind of decimated in this lane at top. Only 3 CS is honestly extremely upsetting if you're the Bloodseeker.
Yep, definitely. And Wolves will continue to do their thing. Just get away. Mid lane.
Oh,
kick back. I think he's dead. Tower shots in onto Beamy. Beamy will use a static link. Does he have enough damage? Oh, the turn! He's gonna keep the static link on! Tintin overestimates his own damage, and Beamy gets first blood in the Earth Spirit. And yes, you just did that, Tintin. You just gave him first blood.
I think that was the what's this item? The Fairy Fire, right? That kept him alive while he was still in damage.
So. Fairy Fire plus
so really,
bottle.
Yeah, really nicely done by Beamy. You're very happy with that, and you know that's just step 1 on their plan. Oh, top lane.
They're gonna get the sacrificial gaze back onto the Rubik. Rubik getting hit right now by Corona, but should be fine. Now the Wolves just, I mean, it's just menacing to play against these Wolves. Just every now and then, you just have to be so wary of these Wolves just constantly hitting you or your support.
It's tough. Once you get 2 of them on you, it's basically like another hero's auto attack whenever they hit. The 2 of them hit, so it's tough to get those free trades against the Lycan. But yeah, as I was saying just before, this first blood on this Earth Spirit, it's the first step to slowing down the. Yeah, I don't think it's going to amount to much, but yeah, just anything they can do to slow down Radiant's team, I think it's going to go better and better for Dio. So, anything like that is really, really great. Nice to see.
By the way, the last time I played against just a little side story for Raikez and his team. Last time I played against them, Zeus plus 1 was the thing. As bottom side, Aegis dueling it out with the Riki right now. Disruption on top of the Riki. Riki very low on the HP. He's gonna blink forward though onto the Ursa, but the Ursa will be able to turn, get Raikez first. But Universe gets a solo XP from that kill, so not all too bad, all things considered.
No, not too bad. And Universe has got the 12 stick. It's got plenty of resources anyway. So I think he's gonna have a very good time in this lane as they level up more and more. Especially with these higher smoke screen and higher levels in overwhelming odds. Should be a nice lane for him. And D-Dot needs to be very, very careful. Yep. You were mentioning about Zeus?
Yeah, last time I played against this Bandle team when I was a player. Surprising, right? I used to play +1 Zeus, but Salty VG topside. Getting ran down by Corone. There's a TP right now from the Earth Spirit. I think Ouija might be dead. Telekinesis to try to stall that one up. But here comes the Earth Spirit rotating in. Corone will be able to escape this one, but Akari won't be so lucky. Wolves is a very slow and painful death, but it's gonna be a 1-for-1 on the supports. TP rotation though from the Earth Spirit, and Rune will get secured most likely. Oh, AD topside is gonna get it. Looks like the Tintin Earth Spirit is gonna get it. Does have Magnetize as well.
Nicely done from Tintin. That's a really important rune. Obviously, every power rune in these early, every 2 minutes early on is very, very important. But to get an AD this early with a hero with a Magnetize is just insanely strong. So I'm expecting him to make some moves very shortly. Although mid lane, no, he's fine. Rolls his way out.
Close, and he gets awarded freebie.
Love to see that.
That's a really good sentry board here on the high ground. They did not expect that to reach. 3 more seconds until Wisdom Rune shows up. Universe, bottom side, has to be careful. Gonna get dove here by Aegis, potentially, but PTA just to try to escape that one. And if Aegis push forward, Rykez was around in the area.
Just having a look at D-Dot here on the Shadow Demon. He is in position to yoink this XP rune, and he should be fine to do
as
it.
well.
Rykez can put smoke screen, but chooses not to.
D-Dot. Oh, both Wisdom get stolen. And they get a kill onto Akari. Rotations.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think Rykez could have outplayed SD there, D-Dot, but he chose not to put down his smoke screen to prevent himself from being...
Hold on, roll forward with the AD rune. My goodness, oh my goodness, that was disgusting. Blink and you'll miss it. Tintin now, double kill, top side, bottom side. They're gonna try to get the jump here on top of this Ursa. Disruption save keeps him all good. Aegis able to walk away from that attempt, and both Wisdom Runes going to Veteran Vanguard. You can't ask for a better start despite losing First Blood.
Yeah, no, that's really, really important. I'm sure, as you know, these 7-minute XP runes, they can actually dictate the next 7 to 10 minutes of the game, because your supports will be level 6 so much earlier than your opponent's supports. The Riki level 6, I feel like doesn't matter as much, but that Lich level 6 is so important for the Dire. So, yeah, that's devastating loss there for...
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, bottom. No, all good.
Kainrun gets you in there.
Yeah. I feel like it's unfortunate because Ricky's been rotating so much, but it means that Universe's farm has kind of not fallen off, but isn't as high as it needs to be. I think Universe getting towards, looks like it's going towards the armlet rather than the Blink Blade Mail, but I think getting him towards the first and second item is going to be really important for them. Obviously, the earlier that you can get the duel, the better. So I think Bottom could have been going a little bit better for Dire here, but should be all good for Universe because he is already level 6.
Yeah. Just looking at all these lanes right now. I mean, Ricky doing his job. Level 3 only, but like what you mentioned, level 6 now on this Legion Commander. Actually going for the armlet queued up for us here, Pretz.
Yeah, I just saw that as well.
Top
Very
side.
interesting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
D-Dot gets caught out. They have Sacrificial Gaze to keep him in here. Rupture on the backside. Tintin gonna use the Magnetize. Beamy is up here as well. Do they have the damage to deal with this one? Tintin doesn't have any cooldowns left. He's gonna refresh the Magnetize over and over. It's not gonna be enough. Now it's gonna be Salty Ouija in trouble. Tintin will actually get Beamy thanks to the Magnetize, but Akari now with a double kill, and it looks like Salty Ouija is gonna be next on the list. Rykez gets that kill.
Yeah. They got a full chain link on Razor on top of the Earth Spirit. And unfortunately, even though he dies in the end, the rest of his team suffers because of that death. And it ends up being a 3-for-1. 1100 gold advantage in that fight towards the Dire. And, you know, as we were mentioning, the longer that they can delay Radiant in these early engagements, the better we feel it's going to go for Dire. So, really nicely played.
Aegis! Ricky knows he's here. He gets a stack off. They're going to try to push forward, but then Rage barely gets it off in time. Roshan now going to be heading over bottom side. Michi here in the area will help secure this Ursa.
Top tower is under attack.
He does need to be very careful. I think Universe in a full creep wave, he can just nuke and duel, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to destroy Aegis. But Aegis recognizes that, moving out to the jungle, so nice to see. And even with those 2 Wisdom Runes, D-Dot still isn't level 6. And Akari actually is higher XP than Shadow Demon. Only just, but
Just a slight bit.
crazy.
Oh, top side. Kari, ooh. Just went face to face with the Lycan army for a second. Scary.
Yeah, very scary. But I'll have to take a quick look at the net worth, and all of the Radiant heroes are still on top, even with that 3-for-1 trade at the top lane. So I think veteran Vanguards not too upset with how this laning phase has gone.
Yeah,
they
no,
probably have
they're not.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say, I think they just have a quick timing. They have a very good timing here when Lycan gets his Helm of the Overlord. I think Earth Spirit will be up at his Blade Mail by then, and then Ursa will probably have Blink, and possibly Battle Fury, possibly Blink by then. So
Yep.
that means that Aegis should be able to accelerate really quickly. So
Yeah, I mean at this point it's just going to be a ticking time bomb on the side of veteran Vanguards. I want to see how the side of Vandal Savage, I want to see how they can try to outmaneuver this one, because they have a lot of burst damage on the side. Oh, top side, Willie, ruptured, looks like he's forced to fight this one. Bloodseeker hitting away, I think Willie should be dead here. Chain Frost as well committed, Akari now on a killing spree. Aegis will come up top side, but I think he's gonna jump into his death. There's gonna be a rage on top of them, and Magnetize gonna be connecting. Corona Fan as well as Ricky, even the Lich gonna get hit with his Magnetized hit and gets that kill onto that Bloodseeker. Fight will still continue here. Oh, Demonic Purge actually on top of the Razor. He should be able to roll away from this one. Regen Rune as well, but looks like D-Dot, he's gonna take the tumble for this one. Beamy gets that kill, 2 for 1. You lose a support and a 3, but you do get Corone, so a little bit good. Oh, Tintin just goes back in. Tintin! Hello? He's actually gonna get the kickoff. He's fine.
yeah, he's living. But look at all of Dire, Akari, Beamy, and Rykez.
Yo, he's still going in.
Low. Yeah, he feels. I think this is correct. I don't think that they can fight him right now. He has enough burst to just kill someone from this low amount of health.
Oh, rolling forward, Tintin! Blade Bill activated! They can't do anything! Rykez kicked away so damn low. He's still alive. I think he should be able to get away from this one with the roll away. No remnants left in the tank. Universe wants to try pushing forward. They want to try to get this kill onto the Earth Spirit, but they're not going to be able to. They're just chasing a ghost at this point, Pret.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Cheeky little plays here from Tintin.
Oh,
he
mid?
definitely knows that he can do it. Oh, mid.
Oh, they're gonna try to man fight. Disruption save. Action all over the map. He should be fine. Aegis gets ruptured, but the rotation over from D-Dot as well as Tintin keeps him alive.
It's tough to fight into the Ursa, right? If he ruptures and you run up to him, he's like, okay, come at me,
Alright.
bro. Yeah.
I know you have your fast in and everything, but alright, come on. I'll just pop in
Yeah.
rage, see what happens.
Exactly.
Mess around, find out.
Dire's middle tower
But looking
is
at
under
everyone's net worth right now, Pretz, 5.9k on the Lycan, 5.7, 5.5 respectively on the Earth Spirit Ursa. Next is a Bloodseeker who, to his credit, had a really horrible laning phase, right? But at the very least, he's now bounced back going for Radiance. And Ursa, I would have liked to see a little bit more items down with the Ursa, but even though he kind of dominated bottom lane by 20 CS-ish, he's only halfway to his Battle Fury. There should be 15 minutes on this Battle Fury.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he suffered a little bit early when Ricky was there, and maybe he felt a little bit scared because Ricky was off the map for so much of the time. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That the shield rune on Earth Spirit's insanely strong. But yeah, I think it was probably just a little bit scared on Aegis, but he's getting there. He's on his way. Only 2 items away now from his well, 1 item in the recipe from his Battle Fury, and we should see him accelerate very, very heavily. So not all is lost here for Radiant. We did mention they did feel like we need to have them on a bit of a timer, but looking at how the fights are playing out, I think it doesn't look too bad for them in the late game. Ursa's obviously a menace, and then on top of that, they'll always have the Wolf Bite on the Ags to buff him up even further as well. So I think that's going to be a really big boon for them later on in the game if we do get to that part. Top lane, Rykez looking for Salty Ouija, but
Ward.
just gonna do one instead.
Yeah. Again, that's already 2 wards being taken away by Rykez. I mean, oh, roll forward. Oh no, Rykez tried to go for the D ward. Looks like he's gonna get caught out. Tintin. He was ready this time for this Ricky, and he's gonna keep on pushing.
Yeah, that's the power
Armlet
of
now
Earthspirit,
on this
right?
LC. Yep.
He's going for the blink next, so that'll be good to see. But yeah, it's the power of the Earth Spirit. He basically has an inbuilt blink whenever he feels like it on the rolling boulder every 4 seconds. Hero is just absolutely bonkers right now as a core, so Tintin making good use of this Earth Spirit and running the game a little bit. Definitely the strongest hero on the map right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Radiant start to group for a big push here.
Yeah.
Because that Helm of the Overlord is
Eyes on Tintin. They're gonna jump in. Uh-oh. That's a lot of commitment. A telekinesis back. Beautiful stun, actually, from Ouija. I think he might die in the end here. Maybe not. There's gonna be a demonic purge on top of Beamy. They're gonna try to turn. Roll forward, they're gonna miss it out. Everyone is still alive, barely. Akari finally falls down to the like, and Rupture now on top of him, plus the duel on this Wolf. Can he get this kill? Beamy so damn low. The Magnetize, it's actually going. They're not stopping. Well, he gets a double before dying. Tintin now dominating. Kick back there with the Magnetize. Disruption on top of the LC. They should be able to get this kill. Roll, a little bit of a whiff though. Armlet, toggle, the blood right's not his, roll forward, get this kill, there's gonna be a kick forward with the magnet to pull back. D-Dot finally gets that kill, space created though. Here comes Corona fan though. They wanna try getting at least something in this one. Sacrificial gaze a little bit too late. The crit plus a boulder smash.
The Thunderheart's just soloing Lich. Oh,
yo, wait, what?
The Ice Armor.
And he actually dies to the tower. Wait, that was worth it.
Yeah.
He dies to tower, so no gold gain. Tintin, let's be careful. Easily will be able to roll away from that one. But what a magnetized hit there, Bretts, from Tintin.
Yeah, the fight just started off so awkward. Honestly, there's heroes just like running up and down this this left-hand side of the just near the tier 1 up on the top lane. But I really want to give a shout out to D-Dot. Like, he actually got Rubik completely out of trouble, purges the Razor, and then allows Salty Ouija to Blink Strike the stolen Blink Strike out to survive. Later on, he's getting his insane disruption saves.
Bottom. Ward scouts out Akari. Akari has to be careful. He's playing a very dangerous game. They'll take down the Ward instead, so at the very least, they get some value off that TP from the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
What have we here?
Just that insane fight, but yeah, they didn't even get the dual damage, right, on the Lycan?
No, they did not.
He ended up living, so really nicely played. The Earth Spirit comes in to clean it all up, but Grenifan, unfortunately, didn't have too much of an impact on that, but that might change very soon because his Radiance is only about 180 gold away, so about to hit a huge power spike.
Yeah, Corona did kill Sexy Quelly in the top side fight, right? But like what you mentioned, you could have tried going for more. But at the same time, it's just so difficult right now considering your items on the Bloodseeker. This build, instead of going for you know the usual Maelstrom BKB and all that, going for the Radiance, I believe this Radiance BKB Ags on the Bloodseeker, which is also pretty good, especially against an Ursa who want to stand still, try to man fight you. You get the Aghanim's as well as the Radiance on this Bloodseeker. You're basically forcing this Ursa to go BKB, to go MKB even, instead of, you know, trying to go for the Aghanim's plus Octarine Corp and Shard on the Ursa, which is basically the unkillable build.
Yeah. I think Ursa honestly has a very obvious kind of, well, at least if I'm playing Ursa, I feel like there's very simple itemization this game. You go for the BKB eventually, but depends when he wants to buy it. If he feels he's really strong, he can delay it a little bit. But I think basically just go for Basher, Nullifier, BKB. Some combination of those three, however he feels to get them. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to absolutely run this game. So
Nullifier also purges off the Bloodseeker Aghanims, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Roshan attempt here by Aegis. I think he should be able to get this one.
Should be fine. He doesn't have any lifesteal,
Yeah,
but
so
he can
kite around this one. He should be able to get
to
this.
kite around a little bit.
Unless he gets bashed like 3 times. Yeah, I don't think he can. He needs a little bit of help, and he has to be careful as well. There's a thirsted Bloodseeker just waiting here for an opportunity, and yeah, he's gonna get help from his team. Oh, we're so close to get the thirst off, and oh, now there's a thirst. Oh no, wait. Now you're gonna ping it out. They know that they're here. Yeah, Ursa has a beeline out of here. Corona fan. It's a little bit of a whiff play on the Roshan. Oh, Bloodseeker. There's gonna be a disruption. Salty Ouija in the backline will get hit with Bidart Ricky. This Bloodseeker really wants to try getting something. Rupture on top of this Earth Spirit, but invulnerable on that roll. Keeps him out of harm's way. Tintin sitting on the high ground. They want to try pushing forward. Do they know? Yes, they do. Tintin, can he get out of this one? He might be able to. There's going to be a duel on top of the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit, disruption save. It's on the wrong hero, though. Tintin takes a tumble. Like, Sexy Quelly runs back into this one. And here comes Aegis, freshly upon Blink Dagger. We'll find the universe. Can he try to find anything more? Demonic Purge on top of the Bloodseeker. They're really hesitant in trying to reinitiate this fight. Salty VJ just blows up Raikez. And here comes Gwelly, sideline with the wolf form. Can he try to finding any value? 2 for 1 so far. TPing out, it's a Bloodseeker, and going back in, it's Aegis! Shreds through the Razor, and Gwelly finds Akari. A little bit of a botch Roche attempt, but at the very least, you get 4 kills for the price of 1.
Oh man, this hero is just, it's so amazing. He ends up baiting the whole team down to this little ledge just above the Radiant Tier 1. And the whole team comes into this little pool on the left, and they just get absolutely decimated by Shadow Demon's Purge, by Rubik with his... He actually is doing a lot of damage, by the way, with his Blood Right as well as his Fade Bolt. And this Roche attempt on bottom is going through, but damn, Aegis and Sexy Gwelly cleaning up on the end. And by the way, did you see Gwelly's singular hit on Lich?
I think I don't know.
Deleted him.
I might have blinked and I probably missed it.
Yeah, he hit him one single time in wolf form and did about 300 damage. Ouija
scouted out by a Ricky. That's gonna be dual damage for that Ricky, for that Legion Commander, and D-Dot gonna get caught out. It's gonna stall things longer with this disruption, but supports get caught out despite the Aegis.
Yeah, and I mean, nice kills, of course, but nice from Radiant to just not suffer from save your friend syndrome and just, you know, ditch the supports and get out of there. So, admin?
Reason? Admin. By the way, I acknowledge some chatters here. We see Admiral Kitsune and also Potosky from Dusk Esports. So I think they're gonna be watching this match very closely, considering that, if I'm not mistaken, I think they went even with both the teams in the group stages. I might be wrong though. I'll have to double check that.
And this is the lower bracket final, right? So the winner of this will go on to grand finals.
Yep, they'll be fighting them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure they're very, very interested in what's happening in this game. So
they're very keen.
I see Killari's there as well. Hello, Killari. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Let me double check. Let me fact check myself. So Vanguard actually lost 0-2 to them. And as for veteran Vanguards, they, if I'm not mistaken, they 1-1 them. Yeah, they did 1-1 them. Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But numbers aren't everything. This is just best of 2 though, so take a bit of it.
Exactly, that's right. And I feel like as the tournament progresses, I feel like what the teams like and what they like to draft and how they play changes so much. At least I can say it has for us. We started off very I'm playing in the C intermediate, and you know our drafts in our first few games are so different to what they're like now. So it's hard to tell from the group stage. I feel like everyone's leveling up as this tournament goes on.
Yep. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, just letting you know about, they did get 2-0'd by Dusk Esports, but if I'm not mistaken, last season some players from this Vandal Savage squad, they went to the grand finals in the intermediate division of the SEA, and they fought Muthu's Curry House, which I think had some players from Dusk. I could be wrong though. Somebody should fact check me. But yeah, I think Egg won that series out. I could be wrong though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh,
yeah, I'll have to take your word for it. Oh, they find
Raikez tried to use a fancy movement. Won't be able to get out, and it looks like Shiva's guard plus a dust. We'll find out this Lich. Oh my god! That dragon just critted.
Dude, I'm telling you, when Sexy Gwelly gets on top of one of these supports, they get eviscerated. They turn to like actual goo. It's crazy. But the glyph is used here. I don't think it's going to mean too much, but it is the first tier 2. So nice little picks. They turn into a nice tier 2, and I don't know, Radiant, it looks like they're on the warpath right now, Anno. Very scared now for Dire. How are they going to turn it around?
And looking at the item situation as well, Brett, it's not really, you can breathe a sigh of relief because Beamy, only a Sanjin Yasha on this mid-Razor. I mean, your most fed hero is probably the Bloodseeker plus the Legion Commander, but I don't really see an impact right now from this Beamy Razor, and it's just a testament to how fast veteran Vanguards are playing, because we've seen Beamy on some heroes, really pop off. But now in this game, I don't think Razor is his playstyle. Smoke here on the Aegis. Scan him out as well.
Skin hits.
Oh, he doesn't get off the Blink Dagger. Rupture plus a duel. That's only round number 1. They're surrounding this area here. TP rotation's coming through. Here comes that Earth Spirit. We'll find the Ricky. They get the first kill there. 1 for 1 so far if you count the Aegis. And there's a pause. Oh no.
That's a very unfortunate pause.
It's a pause. Oh no.
Alright.
A little bit of a breathing room here.
SD's ultra dead. He has already used his disruption on D-Dot to dodge the Chain Frost. So I'm pretty sure he's going to die to Universe and Beamy here. But I'm more interested to see how Corona fan's going to play the rest of this fight because he's already got half on his BKB. This was his 9-second BKB. Tintin is completely fine, has plenty of stones to use as well as the rolls. And Aegis will have his blink up in another 2 seconds. So Corona fan needs to be very careful right now with how he wants to play the fight. But he might just have too much movement speed to even get out here. What's going on in the chat?
They're asking for G.
Oh,
Alright, there it is.
G when ready. Okay.
Yep. Alright, G whenever. By the way, 6 seconds left for that shapeshift on the Lycan, so something to keep an eye out. So there is no shapeshift just yet. And here, back to the game we go.
Bit worried they're gonna die on the exit here, but see how it goes.
D-Dot still alive! I spoke too soon. He's gonna fall down, but the magnetized 4-man hit from Tintin! Oh my word! Tintin just disintegrates them! Pushing 4! They find 4! Universe heads for the hills, but the wolves got them out! Shiva's guard clips him! Oh, the grip! Tintin gets a triple kill! Beautiful turn there from veteran Vanguards!
Oh my gosh, that's so grim. Tintin just rolls in and does so much damage with his Magnetize and Boulder Smash combo. Then he can just follow up forever just because this rolling boulder as well as the shapeshift committed. Those wolves had so much movement speed. LC couldn't blink at all, and the fight goes completely sideways after the initial go on top of the Aegis. And the pause is a bit grim, but I have a feeling even without the pause, I think that's how the fight was going to go.
That is true. I mean, there are a lot of hypotheticals. What if they didn't pause? Maybe they wouldn't be as discombobulated. Just because, I mean, veteran Vanguard, they paused for quite like maybe a solid minute or two. I think that we were able to get their bearings back just a little bit. But either way, like what you mentioned, Fritz, I still think it would have turned out the same way.
Yeah, there's just no running at the moment from Radiant. There's no, they don't have enough ways to get out. They don't have enough ways to disengage. They can't Nightfall, like BKB, TP their way out of it. At the moment, the only one with BKB is Bloodseeker, so it's just looking extremely tough to take fights for Dire, and I think they need to slow the game down a bit.
Caught out in the jungle, very deep ward placed down by Raikez. It's a slow, but still a dual win for Universe, who catches him out, and that should signify that there are wards in this area. Topside, speaking of supports, Akari gets taken down by Aegis.
It's a mega kill now.
That didn't need a ward.
Yeah, he just finds him, jumps on him, and he just dies. And he didn't even have a chance to use his Frost Shield.
None at
Yeah,
all.
that shot is very, very tough. And we could see that Aegis actually opts to go for the BKB first out of the 3 items I was suggesting. I actually don't think he needed it, if I'm being honest. But I guess he feels like he needs to play a little bit safe. You know, it is an elimination match, so I can respect the choice. I think if he went for Basher, he can probably just blow up the supports 100 to 0, which he can do at the moment, but there's always the opportunity of Frost Armor or a duel or something like that, so I can respect it.
Yeah, and don't forget what Aegis probably experienced at the hands of Akari, so maybe that will probably factor in.
Bounty.
For those who knows, it's if you know you moment. Corona fan going for the Aghanims. He's probably halfway there.
Corona fan. Yeah, I was actually going to speak a little bit about the Bloodseeker. I feel like we haven't felt too much of his impact at the moment. I feel like Radiant, they can kind of just, when they get ruptured, they can kind of just stand their ground and say like, okay, kill me because I feel like I'm stronger than you. I'm not sure when that's going to change for Bloodseeker. Hopefully it will change when he gets his Ags. It's definitely going to be a big power spike for him, but I'm just worried they're just going to run out of damage at the moment. LC is mostly all front-loaded in the duel and the overwhelming odds, and Razor definitely needs some time to get going with that static link. And speaking of Razors, just looks pitifully farmed at the moment, but he's on the way towards that BKB, so...
Lowest among all cores, by the way.
Yeah.
And this LC. I mean, looking at the LC items compared to the Razor, it looks like LC has significantly more farm than the Razor, but LC only has 12k, surprisingly.
Yeah, just basically split that SNY between the armlet and the blink. It's basically like 4.5k item if you combine the two with the 40-50.
Oh, we almost had a Tormentor death. Akari playing with fire. Ooh, was watching that one. Go Scepter.
And Universe gets the shard. Nice little damage bump for him.
84 now, from 60 to 84.
Yeah. Can't be too upset about that. It's free 28 damage. And also you get some extra bonus radius when casting overwhelming odds during your duel, so hopefully will be a lot more damage. I'm just worried for how the fights are going for Radiant at the moment. It feels like SD's just having almost free reign. Other than that last fight, he did die, but does get to waste that Lich ulti as a result of his death, which is like honestly worth.
Shard available
and Rubik,
Lich and the Shadow Demon, by the way.
Yeah, that shard on Lich is super strong, but I feel like Rubik is just bringing the star of the show of the supports at the moment. He's just doing so much in the fights. The Stolen Blood Right is so powerful.
Also, sorry, I meant to say Ricky has a shard.
Yeah, Ricky shard. Yeah. Armor reduced by 5.
Yeah, and that's actually pretty huge as well for the Earth Spirit. I mean, you're not going to actively go for the Aghanim's plus shard on the Earth Spirit. I mean, obviously it's a good tool to have, especially against a duel where you can grip somebody and bring them, kick them away to stall out the duel, or if you really want to cancel out the duel, I feel like you just turn somebody into rock. But I think same could apply for the Legion Commander if you want to really push it. If you can't target your ally, then simply just go for the Legion Commander. Speaking about allies, D-Dot caught out by Raiken's disruption, as well as this Purge as well on the BB, but the BKB, but Aegis just shreds through them! Baited completely! Pushed forward now by Tintin, a little bit short on the boulder.
Shape-shifted creeps.
Oh no, they're gonna find Akari trying to TP out. Nullifier reveal just absolutely gets disintegrated by the Lycan shapeshift.
Yeah, Lycan has AC Nullifier. He's an absolute monster right now. Sexy Gwelly is absolutely pumping this game. Did an absolutely amazing job in the offlane. Was the most farmed at 10 minutes of all the cores and has definitely turned that into an extremely powerful pushing machine on this Lycan.
And he still has sorry to cut you, but he has more last hits than the Ursa, and that says something.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a Battle Fury.
Yeah. And he has more kill participation as well from compared to the Ursa.
Sexy Gwelly is just an absolute beast, it seems. But
sexy.
Tintin as well. He's done so well to set up the fights for his team, and they do force some TPs back. But I think they're just gonna get out here on Radiant. I'm guessing they're gonna play for the next Roche. Yeah.
Minute left.
Very methodical Dota. I like this a lot from Radiant.
26 minutes, or 30 minutes in, 31 minutes to be exact. 26-14 in favor of Veteran Vanguard, 15k gold lead here. Game number 1 of this best of 3 preliminary finals. Winner gets a face-off against Dusk Esports, and so far, all Vanguard. And if this is what we expect from Vanguard from game number 1, what more for game number 2?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not counting Dire out yet. I think they have the potential. Especially with a huge Lich ulti, that Lich ult is now level 2. They of course will always have this Frost Shield, which of course is countered a little bit by SD and Nullifier, but that's always going to be a nice component. But there's some moves being made at top.
Aegis. They know where he is.
Radiant's middle tower
Yes,
is under
BKB,
attack.
but if they get the duel off, it doesn't really matter. Blink away, he will go to the low ground. Aegis, map awareness. Oh, he's able to get away from that one. But they're still hunting though. Bretts, Universe inches closer and closer. TP, he's gonna get out. He's gonna get the duel. Oh no, not like this. Aegis, he has a BKB though. They're gonna get a chain frost with the sacrificial gaze. He's gonna get the BKB off. Yes, he can. He's gonna try to bad fight his way out of this one. Inside the smoke. D-Dot here to save the day. Aegis is still alive. Here comes the magnetize here by the Earth Spirit. They get Universe. D-Dot off the damage. Tintin getting hit away. Rupture on top of Tintin. D-Dot down with a double kill. Corona is just getting chased down. Aegis will make it sick. Tintin's still alive. Still living. Can they even get this kill on the Tintin? No, they can't. But absolute disaster.
I have never seen an Ursa man up as hard as that. He literally just like, okay, bro, I'm on 10% health. IDC. Literally just pressed BKB overpower in rage and just said, let's go, bro. And I'm pretty sure he was stronger than all three of those heroes combined after that. Managed to survive as well. And Tintin got ruptured. He was sitting there ruptured with a razor hitting him, and he literally didn't even care. He was taking negligible damage. SD also doesn't die because of that, and that's so mentally... That's just mentally booming if you're in that situation. The fight looks so good for you, and it just turns into this disaster, fall-for-nothing scenario, and damn. The Aegis, and I don't know, it looks like they're in the death throes at the moment for Dire, Anno.
Yep.
It's looking grim.
By the way, that Earth Spirit had a shield rune plus BKB, so he really wasn't going to take that much damage.
That makes sense then. I didn't see the shield rune, so nicely done.
Gem, by the way, on Earth Spirit.
And Radiant, veteran Vanguards, just a clinical performance here. They're just looking so powerful. I really want to give a shout out to, honestly, I can't give anyone this particular, but I feel like all of Radiant is just, you can tell they're like a engine working in unison. It's really cool Dota to watch.
No Kraos, no problem.
True.
No hate, Kraos. I love you, but I'm just.
I'm hating.
I'm just pointing out that they're winning without you, and I'm just saying that they lost their upper bracket against us esports with Kraos. I'm not gonna jinx it yet. I might have Caster's Curse to them. Smoke, by the way.
Let's see what.
On the side of veteran.
Surprisingly, Gaben is only giving them a 70% win rate right now. I really thought it would have been more.
Yo.
I guess they're really valuing.
Yo, is anybody gonna give smoke to the Ursa? There, finally. Ursa's chasing that. Mid side, gonna be a fight. Smoke gonna get popped here by Tintin. Rolling forward, but a little bit of a whiff. Should be able to get a glimpse of that LC, but oh no, Beamy. Rupture on top of this Ursa, he doesn't really care. Beamy should be very dead, and it looks like, yeah, they steal something. Duel on top of this Earth Spirit though. Gonna try to keep him alive. VG gets a kill, Tintin gets another one. There's 3 dead in an instant. It's just disastrous now for Vandal Savage as they get picked apart.
Yeah, that's grim. Ursa literally doesn't even care who goes on him. Just gets absolutely deleted. And big shout out to T-Dog for setting up that fight. Oh,
he ain't ready from that one. It's a full man wipe, and they're gonna go straight into the tier 5. 5 packs coming out now from the Legion Commander and the Ricky. They already get the tier 4 though. What more do you got left in the tank? Link forward. Oh no, Aegis! He's able to get the save there though with the smoke. Can he get out there on the Ricky? That's a dieback. And it looks like tier 4s. Nothing is stopping them from going down, and it looks like nothing is stopping this game 1 victory from veteran Vanguard. GG is the call. Raikez and a stolen Chain Frost to seal the deal on the dieback on Universe.
Dude, Salty Ouija stole Rupture and Chain Frost in that last fight. What an absolute baller. Really nicely done by him. And my god, veteran Vanguards putting on an absolute clinic in this game 1, Anno.
Nothing else can be said, Pretz.
Yeah, I feel like this Ricky 4, I don't know, what's your thoughts? It felt like it didn't have the impact that I was expecting.
Same thoughts here. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like they just felt like they were just too down to try to do anything. I mean, Legion Commander, first item Armlet, not too bad, but I felt like maybe a Blade Mill could have alleviated some fights here, but like Corona just had, in all honesty, Corona just had a really rough lane and just was a little bit late in his farm. And to their credit on veteran Vanguards, Tintin, I would say Tintin's MVP, game number 1, set the tone. He gave first blood. Who cares if you give first blood? 12-3 to end the game, and Beamy. I also felt like Beamy was just probably not on a comfort hero.
Yeah, it felt like the Beamy was a Razor player, right?
Yeah, the mid laner.
Yeah, I felt like he also, it didn't feel very, very strong, like a really super duper strong Razor performance. I think you definitely could tell he didn't feel very confident with his power in that game. Like he didn't know when it was good to fight, when it was bad to fight, and that's fine, right? That's 100% fine. But at least now you got it out of your system. In game 2, I think let's get onto a little bit of comfort on these heroes. I think they definitely need to have a little bit of a stronger POS 4 here if they want to play this LC. I feel like LC had the potential to kind of run the game a little bit, but unfortunately was left by Raikez at bot. But I feel like a lot of it honestly came down to the double XP rune steal by veteran Vanguards.
Mm-mm.
Just allowed SD and Rubik to just pop off much earlier. I think Ricky didn't get level 6 until, I want to say like 14 minutes, 13 minutes. So it's tough, right? You want to
Yep.
run around invis, you want to set up fights for your team, but yeah, veteran
Definitely
Vanguard's just,
tough.
yeah,
Mhm.
running a clinic in that one.
All right, with that in mind, everybody will go into a little bit of a break before game number 2 starts, but don't go anywhere because this finals is far, far from over, isn't it, Brett?
Hopefully we get 2 more games, Anna. I'm keen.
Yep, but with that in mind, we'll go into a little bit of a 5-minute break here, but don't go anywhere. Vanguard 15 armor, veteran Vanguard, more in just a bit. Alright, we are now back for game number dose of this best
5
of 3.
seconds
If you guys
remaining.
missed game number 1, Veteran Vanguards took game number 1, defeating Vanguard equals 15 armor. And now,
Radiant team
special
back.
guest with the in the drafting here, we have Kraos joining me and Fretz here. Say hello, Kraos.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome.
10
I guess I'm
seconds
to this is the kicked corner, right?
Yeah, this is a kick corner.
5 seconds remaining.
Sad days, bro. Kraos. But the good thing is we get insider knowledge now, so that's going to be great to see. But let's jump straight into the draft here. Looks like Bandle Savage changed their icon to a Crystal Maiden and a anime Windrunner. Very important information gleaned here by Bandle Savage. Changed from the car, but they are looking like they're going for very similar bands, other than the Lich. Honestly, can't remember the bands from last game here, but I remember Undying was banned as well as the Dawnbreaker. So. Bandle Savage making a little bit of an adjustment here, and Kraos, is this something that you know that you expect?
So the thing about this is that
10 seconds remaining.
the four bands that we see, the three bands that we see here are for specialty heroes
5
that we play,
seconds
right?
remaining.
D-Dot plays Undying, WG plays Lich,
Dire team
and D-Dot also plays the Dawnbreaker. I suspect that the Dragon Knight ban was also partly because they felt,
Radiant
oh,
team pick.
it's just too strong right now, and we're not confident in picking it first base, so they decided to do that. But on the other hand, so something you might want to take note of is that last game they banned out the Tusk, which my team banned out the Tusk, which then Bandar Savage picks immediately. So my guess so the reason why I feel that Tusk is a very priority pick for them is because they play on both their +5 and their +4, and they actually Bandar Savage likes to be very active in the, I guess, 6 to 7 minute mark. They like to rotate through the portals and start dive bombing either the carry or the offlaner, which Tusk enables a lot of these like group up and kind of like gank moves, because otherwise if you don't have like a hero like Tusk or Cop, then it makes it very difficult for your group up and fight type thing to execute properly because the enemy can just run away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I fully get that. Like,
10 seconds remaining.
in my team, I play +4, and I play a lot of these similar heroes that it
5
seems like
seconds remaining.
Rikers and Akaru play. So I definitely feel their power when you get to play them, and I think burning them out is usually they kind of dictate the pace, right? They let the other team play at the speed that they want to play. So fully understand those kinds of bans coming out for them. But in kinds, veteran Vanguards, they get Magnus, and Magnus is insane. I feel like this hero is absolutely bonkers. It just gives you all the team fight in the world with RP, and you don't even need to get a huge RP. You can just RP one, maybe even two people, and usually that's enough for you to win the team fight. You get that free empower to make your carry insanely strong. It can be any melee carry really, and it's not even that bad on the range carries either, which is insanely strong. As well as that repositioning tool, you basically have everything. And the thing that's most insane that I find is he gets inbuilt wave clear with the Shard and Kaya, or Shard and level 20. He just clears waves from like 900 units away with his Shard. So I feel like Magnus at the moment for you guys, for veteran Vanguards, extremely powerful pick. And Battle Savage, they saw the Aegis Ursa, and they're very scared about it this time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely hear you. It's Magnus is definitely extremely strong, but something to note though that is that Magnus, be it on the off lane or the mid lane, or actually on the off lane, is a little bit known for having a weaker laning stage. So honestly, I'm not sure if it's really that good of a first phase pick, even though this is my team, right? Because you are basically saying that we're kind of letting the enemy carry have a really nice pickup or a really nice laning phase if the Magnus can't really do much in the lane. Yeah, and Anna was right. Yeah, we have the specialty universe
10
Mars
seconds
hero.
remaining.
So I guess it's safe for me to
5
say this
seconds
now, but
remaining.
I guess so. One nice thing or one very interesting thing for you guys that you guys might be interested in
Dire
is
team
that
pick.
the playstyle of Vandal Savage for about, I'd say, 75% of the games is actually centered around sacking universe in the early stage. What I mean by this is that they like to kind of make moves or rotate out of the lane with Ikes to secure like runes, to ward, or to interfere with stuff. And then they make Universe play really fucking safe on whatever offlane hero he's in. But because Universe is actually a very solid player, especially on his Mars, he's actually able to get very good initiations off even with the Brown Boots Bracer Blick, which then would turn the fight and end up being very impactful and taking over the lane afterwards to catch up back and farm. So it's a very interesting strategy that they like to do with the Mars, and something that you guys might want to watch out for.
Oh, 100%. This is so cool getting all this insider knowledge, and that's really, really awesome to see. But here comes the Dark Willow for Bandle Savage. I really like this hero in general. I think it gives you a lot, kind of Magnus-esque, kind of a little bit, because you get the repositioning from the ulti rather than the skewer, and you actually have quite a bit of damage with your Shadow, your W spell even turns you onto Shadow, as well as that really annoying Roots. Obviously, the facet that gave the magic resist the decrease is nerfed quite a bit, but it is a really nice hero to have, and that in combination with the Mars means so much damage from those walls in the Mars arena if they choose to use it like that. So really, really nice to see. And this Lifestealer, okay, I'm a big Lifestealer enjoyer, but Lifestealer into Shadow Demon, I'm a bit worried about that. Just because you can just put your Purge on top of Lifestealer every time, and he just can't hit anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a little bit of a misdraft by Vandal Savage. So I think so one thing to note as well is that if this Dark Willow is a +4, which it's likely to be, Rykes is not comfortable in this hero. He doesn't really play this hero a lot. But I think from a draft perspective, it makes a lot of sense because he thinks that, I can't really pick, if I pick another melee 4, which is what he likes to play, his was almost entirely melee 4s, I'm basically picking 4 melee heroes or 3 melee heroes into a Magnus, which sets up for a really nice RP. So Dark Willow in theory counters Magnus to that regard because, Rubik's ban. But the thing about this is that you pick Dark Willow and Lifestealer right after the Shadow Demon, which I think is a big mistake because Shadow Demon, as you mentioned, right, is really good against Lifestealer, but the Shard on Shadow Demon is insane against Dark Willow. You literally just nullify every single one of Dark Willow's spells if you just put the Shard like Purge on your teammate, which basically makes the hero completely useless. On top of that, you also have like ways to kill the Dark Willow, right, with the poisons and the Lion and stuff. I think they are kind of overcompensating for this Magnus pick. I think they want to like try and counter it a lot, and we see a Doom coming out, which I think is an amazing pick actually. Again, I'm biased, but it screws with the Lifestealer pick a lot. It makes it such that you can't really safely ever go in on Lifestealer, and even if you think that you're kind of safe, right, you're just gonna get a quick kill and get out. You have a Shadow Demon who's gonna make it such that it's really hard for you to do that. So yeah, I do not like this Dark Willow Lifestealer combo so far.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I thought, sorry, Anna, just quickly making a point. Yeah, I feel like Doom just. One thing that Doom loves is when there's only one problem hero on the opposite team. And at the moment, Mars, he's going to set up the fight. Tusk and Dark Willow, they're going to set up the fight really well. But at the moment, the only one who's actually going to really kill anyone is Lifestealer in a team fight. The other stuff will do some incremental damage, but the really scary person is Lifestealer. And if Doom manages to just do this Lifestealer and Bandle Savage for their last pick, don't pick another problem that Veteran Vanguards have to deal with. I feel like it's looking extremely grim for Bandle Savage. Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, I was gonna also mention, really good pickup on Doom, especially against a Lifestealer. That basically forces the Lifestealer to do Sanjin Yasha and Lincoln Sphere as a priority item. And Veteran Vanguard, I think they're going to be picking a +1. I think they're considering Magnus mid. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick Magnus +1 as well. Vandal Savage are also missing a +2 here. So what I really want to see from both these teams, I want to see, for the side of Veteran Vanguards, I want to see how fast they can play because they're really setting the tone with these teamfight ultimates. They have Doom, they have Magnus. I feel like they want to try to stall things out with their carry pick here, so they want to try to go for a scaling pick. As for Bandle, it's really difficult to say what hero they truly need. I think a hero similar to like Storm Spirit as Alchemist. Yeah, as I was saying, a scaling +1 like Alchemist. But for Vandal Savage, I kind of expect them to pick a relatively fast paced mid laner. Like, for example, like a Storm Spirit, a Void Spirit, maybe even an Ember Spirit to an extent. They ban out the Invoker, like what Kraos mentioned. Ban out the Lean and they ban out the OD and the Sniper. These are Beamy picks. We've seen Beamy play the OD, we've seen Beamy play the Invoker as well. But I want to see right now if Beamy can really step up on other heroes, such as, like what I mentioned, maybe a Puck even.
I was going to suggest
So-
a Templar Assassin, but Void Spirit, not bad. I feel like
So I
Templar
think-
looks pretty decent for Vandal Savage here, but obviously they went for the Void. But go ahead, Kraus.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to point out that just in terms of this last pick from Vandal Savage, because you did mention that, you know, Doom likes it when there's only one target that you really want to go on, right? You just Doom one guy and the rest of the team kind of like collapses.
That's a mid Doom, by the way.
And the interesting thing is that it's a mid Doom. Ah, yes, this is the mid Doom. There's some context there that I will not explain, but my point is that if you have a lifestealer, right, who is a Doom target, then the mid laner has to be another hero that can kind of like scale very hard and
That's
take
right,
over the
yeah.
late game. And that's why they want to go with like a hero like Void Spirit, because there's the Invoker's banned out, the Lina is banned out, the OD is banned out, right? And these are typically like problem heroes again that you kind of have to deal with and force Doom to kind of make a choice. The Void Spirit, I guess, is the, you know, it's kind of their way of saying, okay, I guess this is one of the only few heroes left, right? Because you can't really do like a Quap in this instance. All the heroes are so tanky, there's too much catch. We can't really do like the Puck, right? Because again, there's too much catch. A TA was mentioned, but I do think this is a very hard game for TA, especially if you have the Optimus with Radiance and BKB running at who you can't really do shit. So yeah, draft-wise, I actually don't agree with this Optimus pick. So I think you're okay. So one thing that you guys might want to look out for is a shit ton of stacks being farmed by a Shadow Demon stacking like crazy, and then the Magnus giving empower to the Alchemist to just farm it up, right? And then hit a BKB timing, and then they just run it like the Vandal Savage with like Tintin with aura items. Because that's what I'm seeing. Magnus typically never likes to get aura items, but Doom, especially Doom mid, actually doesn't mind like just getting a fucking apologies for the audience. Doesn't mind getting a like, drums, getting a blink, and then BKB, and then just, you know, even Solar Crest looks not bad against this team right now, because all you really care about is just keeping a team alive, being tanky enough to get through the fight. I wouldn't be surprised when I see it really pipe come out as well.
And by the way, I want to touch on the Doom mid a little bit. Last time we've seen a Doom mid consistently being played was actually last season by, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dusk as well. I think they were still Dusk. Yeah, Dusk Esports was also playing Doom mid, especially on Night Song. He would usually go mid Doom, and he would, like what you said, build these aura items. He would be basically playing pos 3 in the mid lane, and that takes a lot of. I think that takes a lot of self-sacrifice. You need to have less of an ego if you want to try to run this Doom mid, because you have to be okay with potentially losing mid. You have to lose your mid tower if it's not a favorable matchup, just so that you can go maybe a pipe, go blink, and then you let your other two side lanes pop off from that sacrifice. But looking at the veteran Vanguard lineup, this is a very dangerous lineup, because every time these Magnus and the Doom, every time they have an ultimate off, they're going to try to fight this one. And in the downtime, Alchemist is one of those heroes where he would like it if there's even more downtime. And as for Vandal Savage, I'm a little bit suspicious about this Void Spirit pick. I don't necessarily agree with it either, but they needed a playmaking mid. It was either Puck, Storm, or any of the other spirits. I feel like Void Spirit might have been the most off meta among the two spirits, but in the right hands, I feel like this Void Spirit can do work, but it will be very, very difficult, especially with the Lion and Shadow Demon here.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm just worried that Doom's not really going to care about Void Spirit in the lane. I think Doom's just going to kind of just go in with his Scorched Earth, push out the lane, go back, use his Devour on that hard camp to the right. Or rather, they're playing Dire, so to above them and to the left. And he's going to do that over and over and over until he gets level 6. Then he's going to call for a support and then be like, all right, I'm going to Doom this guy. I need one stun and he's going to die. So I have a feeling that Beamy's needs to perform very well in the mid lane here. But I will say, I think Lifestealer can carry this game eventually. I think Lifestealer will get to a point where, with SNY as well as a couple more items, as well as Lincolns, maybe he doesn't even need to have Lincolns because he can just initiate for his team, and then just tank it, and then he gets saved by Tusk or from Dark Will of Fear and stuff like that. I get the feeling that Lifestealer will get to a point where he can just 1v5 this team, until Doom gets maybe double refresher, because Alchemist will hit a point, like hit his max earlier than Lifestealer, and if Bandle Savage can get past that, I'm a bit worried though. But
Yeah.
it looks like Mars is having a bit of disconnecting issues or
No,
something.
I think they're probably fixing something, but they are in a game. I will confirm that much. Sober. It's AOK Prets. But by the way, like what you were
Okay.
saying, yeah, it's very plausible that this life stealer does 1v5. That is always the life stealer way of life, right? It's either you
Yeah.
roll with your team or you're gonna drag your team across the finish line. But this is one of those games, Prets, where this is going to be a game where you have to drag your team to the finish line, but they kind of drafted themselves into this. I don't think they should have been in this spot where Corona fan, we're gonna give you all the resources. Here you go. Try to win us this game. We'll give Universe his Mars specialty, but everything else is a little bit up in the air. I don't think it should have gotten to that point. I felt like they should have just played to their strengths. This is just a lot more pressure than it needs to be for Corona fan, because I've been in spots like this. I've seen games where Life Stealer against a Doom. Yes, Doom can just straight up Doom the Life Stealer. It forces you to get a Lincoln Sphere, which is like a 5,000 gold item. You don't. It kind of deviates from what you want as a Life Stealer. You want more of these attack damage plus HP items like Skadi, an AC, a Desolator, or Radiance, and any of those stuff. Lincoln Sphere is a little bit awkward just because it doesn't really give you it gives you stats, yes, but it will also it also blocks off a spell. Not really ideal for a life stealer, considering as well you have Salty Ouija with the Hex, mana drain, all of that. You have D-Dot with the cancel as well. So I think the Doom, you don't really have to be too concerned for the Lincoln Sphere, because eventually, like what you said, Alchemist will eventually hit a ceiling, right? And what will he do once he hits that ceiling? He can give away Aghanims if Tintin doesn't get to that point.
I
Yeah.
feel a bit differently, to be very honest, from the two of you. I think it would be a massive mistake if Bandosevich says, Corona fan, you're gonna get everything, and we're gonna sacrifice our game for you so that you can 1v5. Because even, let's say, for example, okay, let's explore different options, assuming that he's taking the Rage facet, right? If he gets Lincolns, that's 4.6k gold used for item that can be instantly broken by a lion.
Yep.
And he can literally break Lincolns at instant Hexen for previous time. Because sorry, I was reading a message. He will just get hexed right instantly, and then the Doom comes up with Doom. And even if, let's say, Corona fan only shows up himself with the Rage, you have a RP coming in. You have a Shadow Demon alt that makes it very difficult for Lifestealer to get on top of anyone, right? I think the plan here, actually, if I'm being very honest with you, is that you actually ask Universe to start building a little bit more aggressively, more like give more farm to Universe, because I think if you somehow get this Universe to, because think of it this way, right? Imagine a Mars who has BKB, Refresher, and Hex. Obviously, this is the super late game. It makes it very difficult for veteran Vanguards to coordinate their spells and get a fight going. And then even though Lifestealer is like really poor, if you give him just some damage items, he just takes over the fight. Like it makes it, he can actually win the fight that way. But if you, let's say for example, you've sacked Universe's game, you've sacked Beanie's game to give Lifestealer his Radiance and his farm, and then all you just need to do is just throw spells on him, and immediately the rest of Bandosevich has no damage to take and fight against three fucking tanky, meaty strength hero cores. Sorry, Magnus is a universal. So I kind of disagree with that actually. I think you should try and get a good game on the Mars, and maybe even Void Spirit, because I think this game is what's key in this game is initiation potential and vision. But we'll see. And Corona fan actually went for Unfettered, which I agree with. because it
I,
makes
I
it
was gonna bring it up as well. Yeah, once you had finished with your point, I was gonna say I think Unfettered looks pretty damn good in this game.
Yep.
It looks good.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to see how the Radiant want to play this one, because are they going to go down the path of making their Lifestealer the absolute juiced carry, or they're going to try and prop up their other cores? We'll have to see how it goes, Anno and Kratos. But we are finally into the game, and I'm excited to jump into this one.
And just like that, Pretz, let's get to introducing these players. On the Radiant side, we have Bandle Savage once again, Corona Fan on the Lifestealer, Akari on the Tusk, Universe on the Mars, Raikez on the Dark Willow, Beamy on the Void Spirit. On the Dire side, it's going to be Veteran Vanguards, Aegis on the Alchemist, D-Dot on the Shadow Demon, Sexy Quelly on the Magnus, Ouija on the Lion, and Tintin on the Doom. But by the way, the reason why it took so long was, apparently, I forgot that a chat was a thing here, Pretz. Apparently, they misclicked one of their heroes. Yeah, an interesting point there, Pretz, where they didn't mean to pick one of the heroes. I'm not sure which hero they didn't mean to pick, but they picked it, and they were asking if they could reset and remake the lobby with their consent. I think they might have misclicked on Tintin or Magnus. I felt like it should have been a mid Magnus. Yo, Pretz, you there? Okay, unfortunately, Pretz has disconnected, if I'm not mistaken. With that in mind, going into game number 2 here, Baron Vanguards, Bandle Savage. Oh wait, you're talking? I can't hear you, Pretz. What the heck? Wait, give me a sec. I can't. I think your mic is disconnected, because I do not hear you. I do not hear you at all, Pretz. Wait. Hello, Pretz. Are you there?
This one
I don't hear you at all, Pretz. Anyways, top side. Bravo Maze going out on top of D-Dot. Should be able to scurry out of that one. Is it on my end?
Hey,
Oh, there you are, Pretz.
oh, I'm here now. You can hear
Yeah,
me.
you're back. What the heck was that?
That's so weird. I have no idea. Okay, all good, all good. That's okay. Yeah, I'm back. I'm here. I was yapping that whole time, but I guess nothing came through. All good, all good. No worries.
But yeah, what's your?
Yeah.
I think Tintin and Sexy Willy might have mispicked their heroes.
Yeah, I was mentioning. I'm pretty sure they could swap in the hero choice phase. Like,
I don't think you can.
but I guess.
That's why they're asking for
Okay.
remake. But they.
Okay, all right. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, Bandle declined to remake.
Anything for the dub. I respect it.
I mean, to Bandle's defense, right? It's not their fault that you misclick, right? I mean, misclicking in the captain's trap is crazy.
Yeah, like you know exactly what hero you're gonna play, so yeah, it's a little bit weird.
And it also
but
asks
I don't think it's.
It confirms your selection.
Yeah, it says, "Are you sure you want to play this year? Sure you want to play this hero?" Oh, top lane. The stun's coming out on Raikez here.
I think he's dead. Straight up. Yep, Aegis. Easy first blood there onto the Raikez Dark
real
Willow.
brave over there.
We're off to an explosive start.
Nice first blood here for Aegis, and that's on top of his seed money. Oh, he actually went for Mixologist. I respect that. On top of all his money he's getting from his innate, now he gets that first blood as well, and that's a Soul Ring out for him already. So nicely done. Also really, really good. But speaking about the mid matchup, I think I feel like it shouldn't be too bad here for Tintin. He has a lot of damage. He has this Scorched Earth, which is going to do so much work in this lane. I'm pretty sure he's just going to call for his support at level 6 with the Doom, and it's just going to have a really good time here in mid. I really don't think it's too bad, but Sexy Gwelly, on the other hand, he might have a bit of a tougher time here.
Yeah. To your point, Pretz, I agree with you. Sexy Girlie will have a little bit of a rough time, but same is true to all melee offlaners as against a lifestealer. I just feel like Magnus is one of those few heroes that could deal with a lifestealer as long as you don't take too much hits. As for the mid lane, Tintin, yes, he should not have too rough of a lane, but that is because the mid lane matchup is a Void Spirit against a Doom. He's a melee, plus he doesn't really have any kill potential, especially if Tintin will play, you know, 2 levels on Scorch Earth. He just constantly gets regen shipped out. He has a bottle as well to keep his HP high. I don't really see any threat of Tintin going to die unless a TP rotation or if he missteps.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think the Scorched Earth is going to do a lot of work in this lane, so I think they're probably just going to be farming it up. Oh, bottom lane.
Rough. Shockwave
Corona
plus the
fans getting-
Earth Spike.
Yeah, this Shockwave spell, by the way, is so powerful. I don't know why it only costs 75 mana, but it's so good.
Top side.
Such a good spell.
Ramble. Another disruption on top of Rykez. Beautiful spear back. Can they actually get it off in time? Yes, they can. Rykez, he has a stick. We'll pop it. Should be able to run away, but that's 5 stacks. Is it enough to kill him off? No, the Healing Lotus keeps him just above the threshold. If without that Lotus, he would have died.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's not even worth it to use your level 1 Shadow Poison. It feels so weak, but D-Dot would have made it work if that Lotus didn't come out. But at bottom lane as well, while that was all happening, Corona fan, they did take the fight there. So they're going to try and fight here with Akari. And he
Oh, the score back. But they still have a snowball. Akari, gonna try to turn. Ouija, hey, you're not hitting the lion. Corona, he's gonna try to dive this one. Juke? No way. He's gonna die from that one. Drinking Buddies will keep Corona alive for a little bit longer. Tower shot, not enough to kill him off, and he has a shockwave. Secures that kill. Close.
Yeah. It's tough because they just hit the double stun and then they try to get it out. Sexy Girlie just is more than happy to put them under the tower.
Top side.
That top lane, right guys?
beautiful
Nicely
shadow
done.
roll. He should be still going down if he can get at least one more shot of poison in him. We cannot, but I think
He's
him
fine.
sticking around, D-Dot gets turned. Oh no! A little too greedy with that one. On for D-Dot.
Yeah, I felt he could get the kill. That's tough. It happens, right, when you're playing SD. You want to hit the skill shot, but you pay for your sins. It's tough.
By the way, level on Doom here, level 6 soon on his Doom, and D-Dot, look at the audacity of this Shadow Demon. He TP's in his face just to give him a bottle refill. Now the Doom is up and running.
Yeah, I think he might be able to do something when this Sanctuary armor does come out, run out, but I think Beamy will turn this as well. We'll see what happens here in mid lane, but I did want to quickly point out that Tusk does... Oh, bottom lane.
Oh,
Going in,
beautiful
does he skew it out?
score back! Sexy Quelly saves the lion, and they could potentially turn this one. Akari doesn't have any mana left, and they're gonna try to hit it up right now with the lion. Gonna get hit with another blood grenade. A little too much damage. Overestimating that whole Healing Lotus, and didn't even pop his one, so... Corona, another kill onto the line, and that's more feast stacks for him.
Yeah, really, really nice.
13.
I just feel like this lane would be going... I feel like this lane would be even better for him if they had tag
bottom.
team. Tintin at bottom.
Tintin, no Doom needed. Runs up, kills Corona fan, and here comes more. Akari.
Oh man.
Gonna fall down to
Wow.
Tintin, double kill. And who needs Doom when you can just run out of mid Scorch Earth?
But that's super duper value there for Tintin. Just TP's in. And that's the power of the 6-minute haste rune, right? The 6-minute runes. He just gets that haste, gets an easy double kill, makes his way almost all the way back to mid lane. I think he lost one flag bearer creep for that. You're cheering if you're Tintin in that situation.
Yeah, and you still have the Doom potential onto Beamy, and Beamy has to be careful because Tintin, this is a ticking time bomb. Tintin can just go whenever you want to go. Either Remnant, Tintin tries to turn, he does have a Doom, gets a root off, and there's the
There it
Doom.
is.
He could try to TP out, but I think he should be dying to this one. You can't deny Doom anymore. Rykez comes over, but too little, too late. Void Spirit gonna try to stall this one out, but the Doom should take him out.
Whoa, killing
Tintin,
spree.
The
killing
last
spree now,
tick.
and here comes the support rotation. Uh-oh. Akari ain't too happy about bottom lane. He's gonna try to juke and jive in the tree line. Shadow Realm, not enough. The infused raindrops keeping him alive. Tintin, he's gonna keep on running. Face boots as well, plus the root on the Tusk. They don't have anything else. They try to hold this Doom down, and he has another Devourer. He'll gladly
Tintin's
use it.
getting away with murder here in the mid lane. I don't know if are you sure these guys picked the wrong heroes? Because Tintin's putting on a clinic here in mid lane, playing extremely well. And unfortunately, it was the very last pick of
Stolen.
that.
Oh, Tintin. Gets rotated on Bramble Maze, and Rikez gets that kill. Tintin falls down.
I think you're okay with that death, to be honest. Yeah, you got 3 kills, your Doom was on cooldown, you got no Devourers, you didn't lose any reliable gold, you only lost a little bit of unreliable. I think that's fine. Obviously you don't want it to happen, but it's not the worst death in the world, so... I just want to say that this drinking buddies on the Tusk, I don't know about this, man. I feel like their lane is a lot stronger with tag team. They get that slower every single time they hit the auto attack. And I get the idea behind it because it means that you can kind of save with it a little bit, but in the lane, tag team is just so powerful that, you know, to each their own. I think maybe we'll see some insane drinking buddies plays in the future. And towards just seeing everything.
Yeah, I hope they do because I really agree with you, Brett. And speaking about the plays, iShards blocks Ouija in. Beautiful stun, but there's the Unfettered. But I think he's still dead because BB double step in, just takes out the Lion.
Oh,
Top
but
side.
in the mid lane,
Oh,
Rikez.
Yep. Cannot cancel that TP out, and Rikez is just free to go away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Midas next here on this Doom. We're gonna be happy. He's actually stealing the stacks away from the Alchemist. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's all good, as long as they go to value. All good, all good. And Tintin going for the Midas as well, which I can respect. I like that.
Top tower is under attack.
Let's take a quick look at the net worth graph here, and Universe having a really, really nice game here, actually. Head of the Alchemist, and Alchemist has that facet. Universe, I guess he's well known for his Mars, and he's proving it right here.
Yeah, and definitely. And this is just a testament to not just reading necessarily. I'm not going to downplay Universe, right? But you can see just the playstyle of veteran Vanguards. You got the early kill on the Dark Willow, but you don't really have any other kill potential ready. Oh, speaking about kill potential, in the triangle, D-Dot gonna get caught out here. RP onto the 2 supports. Do they have any follow-up though? Doom gonna be on the Void Spirit. It looks like it's going to be an absolute disaster. Score onto the high ground. They're actually stuck in there. Oh no! Perfectly placed by Sexy Gwelly. They get 3 in the mid lane for the price of none, and they protect the stacks as well and D-Dot.
And this guy's a beast on the off lane, man. Sexy Gwelly, he's consistently performing. Absolutely really well played there. Corona fan popping his unfettered. See how he's gonna play this one.
Oh, score back. He doesn't have any mana left. I think Corona, he's gonna take a lot of hits, but very dangerous. And to my point, Brett, they just knew the playstyle of the Alchemist and the Mars. You're not really going to kill the Mars all too much, considering that you're a Shadow Demon plus Alchemist, right? So at the very least, you're gonna let D-Dot stack, you're gonna let Aegis hit the camps early, but at what cost will that come in? It's going to come at the cost of this Magnus, or rather this Mars, just free farming. And yeah, he has the highest net worth in the game at the moment, or second highest in the game at the moment, but this is like a long-term game. That's just a piece of the pie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. And this rotation from Universe was scattered by this
They're trying to
ward.
protect stacks here. Lion gets punched up. Very, very dead. And here comes the arena by the Mars. There is no RP yet. And it looks like it's going to be another death on the Sexy Gwelly. And they're going to be securing these stacks. Aegis, he wants to try to fight this one. Oh, they're going to get the jump here. I don't know where that concoction went, actually. I think it went to Rara, and Aegis is going to get chased down. Corona gets that kill. Tintin will find the exchange onto Rikez, but it looks like the 5-man unit is just going deeper and deeper in. They're under tier 2 towers! This is the absolute disrespect. Ouija back in, 2-man stun. Can they get these exchanges? Yes, they can, but Ouija dead again. They get the kill onto Universe. They get the kill onto Corona somehow. And coming back in is the Magnus. Tintin gonna keep this chase going. He does have a Dissimulate. Will be able to get down to the low ground, but Sexy Gwelly, he wants to keep the chase going. But he has another step in 3 more seconds. Where did this Lifestealer die? I think he ticked out to the tower shot plus the Shadow Poison.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the Shadow Poison, SD was just playing behind the whole fight, just constantly running away and Shadow Poisoning. I think got to 3 or 4 of maybe even 5 stacks on most of the team, but Tusk did a good job of rolling through the Doom and going onto the Shadow Demon, getting a really good job killing the SD straight away. Wasn't able to save anymore, wasn't able to get any more Shadow Poison stacks, and that dive honestly kind of worked out for the Radiant there. So that's the first reveal, not the first reveal, but the first input of Mars, and definitely comes to fruition. Doom is looking for him though at the top lane.
Yeah, Alchemist is gonna go farm these stacks. And I actually will somewhat disagree with you there in who comes out of this fight. I mean, yeah, it's value for Vandal Savage, right? But look at the value. They didn't get any of the stacks there.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that, for sure. Yeah, they were very thirsty for the kills when they could have killed the Alchemist and then turned and taken all the stacks, but they looked for more and more, and even though they got 2 more, they also lost 3 because of it. But it's a smoke on smoke action on top.
Wait, they walk past each other, Frets.
That's so unfortunate. Probably in favor
They're gonna
of
steal
Dire.
Wisdom as well.
Marked.
They don't expect this. They're gonna straight up steal Wisdom, but actually, with that, they miss a smoke and they're gonna run into Aegis instead. Oh, he was really close to that Radiance as well.
Yeah, that's an important kill. Getting him off the map for this even 30 seconds, making him lose some gold,
Radiant,
being able to
Wisdom.
take some of them out. Yeah, the Wisdom is taken. Not the worst, because both the supports are already level 6, so... But yeah, of course, you're a bit upset about that one. Not too bad, but yeah. They basically sack Aegis with that for the Wisdom. Is that worth it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
and
I think
it also
so.
goes to Universe as well, and everybody else did get credit for that one. And they definitely need any type of momentum to go their way. 11 to 11, 14 minutes in, 1k gold lead for veteran Vanguards. And Aegis, despite his death, he's about 300 gold, or 100 gold actually, away from his Radiance.
One thing I'm very concerned about in this game is that Alchemists usually, they want to be ahead in net worth, their team. And like, they're ahead, don't get me wrong, they're 1k ahead. But usually at this point, Alchemist wants to be maybe 4, 5, 6k. Like the whole team wants to be 3, 4, 5 ahead of the other team.
They found the Mars trying to stack these camps, and instant doom, no hesitation from Tintin. He's gonna get turned on by the Dark Willow. I think
He might live here.
No, I think he's sticking. Oh, the Infest! Beautiful Infest play, and Tintin gets turned on. A little too deep. There's a disruption save, but it's just going to be stalling out the inevitable. Huge stun from the... Oh, the spear back! They get the kill up the Rikers! No, the misplay! Tintin gets pushed away from them, and Tintin's gone!
There's a blink on Sexy Gwelly.
Welly, RP on the 4! But they read a counterplay, and a 4-man spike into the score! Sexy Gwelly! Do they have the damage though? I don't think they do! Turnaround on the turnaround! Radiant on the Alchemist, waltzing down to the bottom, to the mid lane. He finds Corona Fan. 3 for 3 overall. And Beamy disconnects. What a hit there from Sexy Gwelly!
That looked so disastrous, and they somehow turn it around in that RP. Yeah, it's bad for Radiant, but it could have been so much worse. I can't believe nobody died during that RP. The only Mars and Magnet, Lifestealer ended up dying. At the end of that so far, I think we might see Beamy die or maybe Tusk.
Beamy should
we'll
be
see
fine.
how it goes, but wow, that's insane. That's an insane RP, and it still doesn't really work out. I think that's purely because of the Bloodsport facet. They couldn't see inside of the arena, because he did get RP'd inside of the arena, so that's grim.
Yeah, and they did get the follow-up, but Lion was inside the arena, actually, Brett. So he was able to get the 4-man stun. It's just that, unfortunately for Tintin, he just gets picked off by the Dissimulate of that Void Spirit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, I didn't catch that, so... Yeah, damn, it could have gone a lot worse for Radiant here, but, you know, they managed to turn it around a little bit. There's only a 2k lead. They might be able to catch Salty Ouija here, because there is a step and a Dissimulate, as well as an Aether Remnant coming up soon for Beamy here, so they might be able to catch Salty Ouija here, depending on how they play it. But I think Aegis is going to be living here. That's an extremely unfortunate pause again.
Yeah, both teams were lagging, both Beamy and the Alchemist, which, funny enough,
Yeah.
they're going to be facing off against each other. Beamy gonna be trying to run away from this one. Should be successful in doing so. Oh, Lion playing with fire. Aether Remnant not gonna catch out anybody. Aegis throws a stun out here onto the Tusk. Will fall down. Double kill now for this Alchemist. Very value in the rotation. And they get the stun off, and they have a Hex in just a second here. And looks like Beamy bit off more than he can chew as he's gonna tick down to that Radiant. Salty VG will get that kill. Disruption save onto the Lion. Keeps an eye for a little bit longer, but the body blocks. Curse Crown gonna be connecting all those two heroes universe. So we'll find Salty VG in the backline with a spear combo. Overall, an absolute massacre in the mid lane.
But yeah, unfortunately, both Tusk and Beamy did both die at the end of that. But damn, it could have gone a lot worse there for Radiant in that huge RP.
That was a team wipe, actually.
Yeah. Overall, 9 heroes died. Only Alchemist survived that whole engagement. So, really insane fight. Yeah. I think
And
we covered it
you were
all,
saying
but
that this Alchemist is now back in this game, just like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Alchemist team generally wants to be pretty like a decent bit ahead because of course they do have that in top lane.
We might have caused a little bit of a jinx. Sakari pushing forward, ward down, Shards blocks him in. Oh no! It catches him by the tip. He gets a two-man concoction though. Getting trying to save. Oh no, the Mars! Spear miss! Sexy Quelly pushing forward. They're getting a score back here on the Mars and they're happy to get this botch initiation. They're gonna get the kill out the universe. Another shard, and here comes a Doom. They're gonna get the drinking buddies and a two-man concoction.
Whoa, killing spree. Oh.
It's all veteran Vanguard. They're showing who's the better Vanguard in these fights. The disruption just to BM a little bit. Tintin gets a double kill from that one. 4 for 0. My goodness, Pretz.
Yeah, the game's just blown right open after those two fights. I think they could have stemmed the bleeding a little bit. They could have let Alchemist, rather Lifestealer, get towards that Ratty and try to take a fight then. But damn. After that, suddenly it's an 8k gold lead. They take the top tier 1, sieging this top tier 2. These Ancients are going to be yoinked as well. And Magnus, just showing us how it's done. Sexy Gueli didn't even have to use his RP there. Just brings in the Mars and Doom blinks in and
top side. Aegis stuck around too long. He's just gonna give away a freebie unless D-Dot is not able to get there in time and save your buddy Syndrome. D-Dot gets found out as well. Oh no, what is happening? Veteran Vanguard. They're gonna give the lead right back. Universe gets a double kill topside.
That's grim. I don't know what Aegis was doing there, I'll be honest. His whole team was completely missing from the map.
He typed in chat, whoops.
Yeah, whoops. Respectable. BKB almost finished on Universe as an item update. Akari heading towards the Yules. I think that's pretty decent. What about Lifestealer? Almost at that Radiance as well, so really nicely done from him.
Alchemist actually going for a shard here. Interesting. And he's not going Blink.
Yeah, I think I've seen the shard a little bit more with this mixologist facet. Obviously, it makes the cooldown 50% less when he's in his chemical rage with that shard. So, basically has permanent uptime. Basically, it's down for 2.5 seconds while he's in.
Oh
ulti.
no!
They do see him here.
Uh-oh! Spear back. That's going to be a whole lot of lockdown. He's able to get up the chem rage, but Beamy just blows him up with the Dissimulate. D-Dot nowhere around, and looks like the chase is now on. Doom in the backside though. Tintin baited perfectly. Another spear back stun. Tintin, he's in a whole lot of trouble, but Gueli going in. There's an RP out the 3. Sexy Gueli, absolutely sexy as he gets 4 for 1.
Crazy RP there from the mag, and this little wraparound pincer attack from the SD as well as the Doom sets it up so damn well. They have so much confidence. They understand that a lot of their cooldowns were down. They didn't have that Bedlam or Terrorize up, and because of that, they had no way to disengage from the fight. Tusk tries to go in to save his doomed Void Spirit, but manages just gets RP'd on the side of it, and a disastrous fight here for the Radiant team. Insanely great presence of mind from Dire, I'll say that much. Sexy Gueli, yeah, this guy's a monster.
So far, it's all Gueli. 4, 2, and 10 on this Magnus, but numbers aren't everything, Fritz.
It's just setting up everything. That's the thing is he's just setting up so many kills they wouldn't be able to get themselves. And this is like the power of Mag. Like, he's just does so much for your team. Even like the small things, like giving Empower to Doom, it means like, because of that, you know, maybe it's 1 or 2 more ticks of Doom that don't have to go on top of this Void Spirit. And giving that to the Alchemist to make sure he can farm fast. You know, it's very blinking out of the initiation from Universe. Like, yeah, this guy's playing like a beast.
Styling, and they see the ward. They know they smoke. They're gonna get out of here. 20 more seconds until the next RP is up.
And it looks like they're trying to force it anyways on Radiant, and D-Dot is here to break it.
Raikes spotted out. There's gonna be the disruption. D-Dot, oh no. Ice Shards once again catching him out. He's gonna use the demonic cleanse on himself though. He's gonna be able to walk away from that one. No Curse Crown, none needed. Oh, mid-side. Oh no, Tintin gets scouted out. They're gonna get that kill. Oh, 3-man fear. Beautiful hit there from Raikes, but it looks like he will still die. Demonic Purge will be able to get that kill. Spear back there onto the Magnus. Magnus, soul ball forward as well. He has a BKB by the way, and here comes another 3-man RP from Sexy Quelly. But he turned this fight though. BB, he's able to get the step away. They're gonna get a freebie on the D-Dot. Corone, he's happy to take this fight. Snowball onto Aegis, but there's still a chemical concoction. There's still a Radiance. They're still fighting into this one, and a Finger of Death just cleans up that Life Stealer. Akari, last one left standing. He's gonna get taken down by Quelly. Universe, he tried to save his friend, but it looks like he will fall down as well. Unless he can get a blink away. No, he cannot. Sexy Quelly, man.
He's dominating, Rick.
Dude, he's just setting up everything. The slows from the shockwave, the skewer, even just for the damage, and the RP, another 3-man RP. This guy's hit, so far with RPs, he's hit a 4-man, a 3-man, and a 3-man RP. So you literally cannot complain about this Magnus performance. He's playing like an absolute monster. And Salty Ouija as well, styling on top of the Radiant team as
Doom,
well.
top side.
Oh, Doom.
Dead.
Oh,
he's gonna save him for a little bit longer though. I don't think is it enough?
I think he's dead. Nah, I think he's dead.
The tick. No, it's not enough. But can they get the kill? Exchange onto Tintin. Drinking Buddies to bring this Raikes Willow closer. Actually clips him. Punch, Bramble, Chain. Is it enough though? I think it is. Corona fan is also in the area. He's just dead. Mid for mid trade-off.
Nicely done. Really important to get that trade-off there. And that is going to be a 1,000 gold swing towards the Radiant. Can't be too upset with that, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, they're still 14k behind, and this Alchemist is looking unstoppable. And it's not just the Alchemist. Doom is huge, as well as Sexy Quelly on this massive Magnus. It does have his BKB finished, and not as well as his Shard, so it's looking really, really grim here for Radiant so far. After those two bad team fights, the one in their triangle and the one at the top lane. So I have to see what they can do to bring it back. I do still kind of think that Lifestealer has a way to bring back this game. Eventually the Dooms are going to have to change from Void Spirit onto Lifestealer, and Lifestealer is getting stronger and stronger, heading toward his SNY right now. I'm just worried it's not going to be enough. It's going to be too little too late. We'll see how it goes though.
Yeah, we're gonna need this Lifestealer. He needs Sanjin Yasha, he needs Naganims, he needs even a Lincoln Sphere. So in these kinds of games, Pretz, when I'm a Lifestealer, I would acknowledge that, yes, I need more of these items, so I need to boost my timings faster. In this case, I would have just straight up rushed the Radiance and avoid any of these fights instead of trying to go for this armlet.
Yeah, like it's just gonna be a... You're going to be weaker in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to pay off more for you because you're going to farm. You're going to get that accelerated farm for longer, so it's going to be a little bit better for you. But he has been contributing to the fights. I'll say that much. This armlet has
no, mid.
Aegis.
They're gonna get the jump here on the Alchemist. No chemical concoction. They're gonna get the fear off as well. The wombo combo. He's actually gonna get the pop off. No, he gets a rage, but he stuns himself. Beamy with the dissimulate gets that kill. Can he try to go forward into this one? Tintin, he has a Doom. He's not gonna pop it just yet. He's gonna save it. Spear. Oh, another RP! But the snowball save! Oh my goodness gracious! It's actually beautiful! He gets a Doom off, but Tintin goes down! They're gonna get the kill onto Raikes, but Raikes gets a kill back onto Tintin. Sexy Quelly. He's just getting hit right now by this Lifestealer. Nowhere to go. He has 10 more seconds left for the skewer. Lion in trouble if he's not careful. He's gonna tick down to the Radiance in the backline. Universe finds T-Dot. What a save there by Akari!
Insanely well done from him. Picks up everyone that gets RP'd and just sends them back onto the Magnus. You know, you can't complain too much about it. I think he could have waited a touch longer inside the snowball to make sure that they were definitely not stunned when they got out. But, you know, you can't be too upset about that. Saves his whole team from absolute doom, and as well Styles on top of the SD with him and Universe at the end of that fight. And that's a huge gold swing. Almost 5,500 gold and extremely well played. And this Lifestealer, he says stuff you to you, Anno. He's gonna get his item build and he's gonna make it work no matter what.
Yeah, and I mean it's not just a Lifestealer. I'm no hate to any of these teams, but
That's the third time the Alchemist gets caught out like that.
Yeah, yeah. It still doesn't have his BKB finished. I think Aegis, compared to his performance from the Ursa, I feel like he's a little bit less comfortable on top of this Alchemist, but looks like he's making it work. He's still the most farmed on the map, and that BKB is only 800 gold away, which should only take him about a minute to farm on this Alki if he does. Yeah, so I don't think that should happen again. He should have his BKB up for next time, so...
I'm just saying, Pretz. I mean, I'm just saying, Pretz. Even if you don't get a game number 3, this game number 2, oh my goodness.
It's definitely a lot closer than the game 1, I'll say that much.
Aegis.
And Aegis is going to make it even closer as well. Almost certainly going to be going to Corone fan.
The contest, they know they're doing this. Quelly pushing forward. They want to try going for a snatch. They're trying going for any type of play. Smoke gets broken in the tree line though. Lion pushing forward. They're gonna get the Aegis here, most definitely. They can't get anything else. They tried to push forward, they tried to contest, but they can't get a clean shot in that pit.
Lincoln's on Void Spirit.
Wait,
save
Lion?
him there.
Lion?
Can't blink.
No way. No way, Lion! He's in the middle of everyone! He gets a 4-man stun! But he's still gonna die! Oh my goodness! No way he gets away with that. Oh no.
That was almost a disaster, but nicely done from Radiant. They do break the smokes, and this Lincoln's on Void Spirit does allow him to survive the initial go from Lion. He hexed, but didn't realize he had the Lincolns. But Tintin, they see him.
No BKB. They get the BKB on Mars. They have the lockdown as well. Tintin. What is going on with Vanguard? Their cores are just getting picked off.
This is why they call
Tier 3?
I don't even know how they saw him there.
Tier 3?
There's not even anything. It's tough, and yeah, they're gonna go high ground here. I think they can. They probably feel like they're very strong, but Doom doesn't have buyback, but they do have that RP on the high ground. It's very tough. D-Dot.
Oh no, D-Dot. Chase is on, but look at him go! Run, run, run!
Yeah.
He's gonna get the disruption off, so that's gonna be a very strong illusions on the Lifestealer. By the way, look at the Watcher here on the Radiant side, Pretz. They forgot their tier 3 token.
Oh no, it's there. They
Shard, by the way, on Lion.
Yeah. And I think Kraos was not wrong about this demonic cleanse. It's doing insane work in this. Corone fan does have 5 stacks.
He has no mana left. Illusions. Oh wait, Corone. Is he gonna burn the Aegis? They're gonna try to jump in onto this one. Soul Ball on top of Aegis. Aegis does have a BKB. Ice Shard's a little bit of whiff. And the RP! Catches 2 heroes! They're gonna drag back on the toss. They needed that toss to save. But it looks like Universe. He's gonna fall down. The Infest save though. He's still alive. Akari dies in the backline. BB will be able to find Salty BG. But the Doom! It's on this Lifestealer. But look at the Lifestealer. He just walks away. Wait, what? No, he's gonna burn down to Tintin. Could have been much worse. Can they find Rikers? Rikers gonna get stunned up in the concoction in the Shadow Realm. He tried to TP out. They're gonna get that kill. 4 dead. Oh my word, Pretz.
They just overheated a little bit too much. They just had to wait. I think they could have just waited, forced them back, gone back and just secured their own Torm, got their wisdom, maybe even taken the enemy Torm. But instead they try to force it up on the high ground and they get punished for it. There was no Mars Arena during that fight, but one thing I will say, we saw the absolute value of this unfettered facet, because he got doomed with unfettered on, and it literally lasted like 5 seconds with the SNY and unfettered. He literally didn't even care about it, but in the end, that is what secured the kill, because it did do enough damage, as well as that Scorched Earth and Infernal Blade, so definitely not wasted on him. And we do see this Time Warp aura, the one that I was talking about last game, but this one, it's on the Doom. It gives insanely a huge amount of cooldown reduction. It's going to give him a lot more GPM with that Hand of Midas, the Devourer, as well as Doom coming up a lot faster. But the smokes are out. They should know someone's here because of those creeps. See how it plays out here. Tintin, BKB delivered. And it's a fresh 9-second BKB for this next fight.
Yeah, with that in mind, 11k gold lead, and to your credit, they did very much so overheat in that one. I felt like they wanted to try going for the killing blow when they didn't really need to per se, but now they get a shard here on this Doom.
Yeah, and that Doom shard, not the best shard, but look, that means the next one's going to go to someone else who needs it.
No, they all have shards.
Oh, now they all have shards. Okay, fair enough. Everyone bought their own shards. Fair. Or they got 2 shards and 3 people bought it. So, yeah. I'm not sure how it goes here for Radiant. They really brought themselves back into this game after that insane fight to bring them back down to a little bit. But Sexy Gwelly does get found.
Oh,
BKB.
yeah, spear back. BKB, no mana left though for his RP. Gonna get stuck up though. Oh, I think he's still dead. BKB used. No mana left in the tank, and Gwelly gonna fall down there. I think he gets caught out by the smoke play.
Yeah, can't be too upset with that play. Like, you're at your tier 2. You have extremely good vision around this area. If you look at the top near the Roach Pit, you don't see anything here, and that's probably the biggest mistake Gwelly's made all game. He's definitely put your team on your shoulders for the rest of it. So can't blame him too much. Let's just not see it again here from Gwelly. But this is going to be in the tier 2. Aghanim's for Life Stealer. Nice, really important item. A Coroni fan? Are they doing it?
Wait, what?
Is a Coroni fan gonna be able to do it?
I think so.
Put the team on his shoulders? And
At
say,
this point, it's very doable.
Alchemist is an insane amount of farm ahead of everyone else, but he's kind of capping out. Once he gets this AC, there's not much room left in his build. Swapping out that AC for the Soul Ring, which is obviously an extremely huge upgrade from the Soul Ring to the AC, but I don't know. Coroni fan.
He's opting for the Bloodthorn now. I don't know. It's really tough for this Alchemist. In my opinion, at this point in time, it's you either go for the AC or you go for the Heart of Tarrasque, or you just don't die.
Yeah.
Got it.
I agree with you. Heart of Tarrasque is kind of a bit anti-synergy against Lifestealer, I'll say that much, because he gets to do even more damage to you and heal more. But it will save you on the rest of the goes, right? If you get found by Mars, it'll give you for a little bit of time. It means you don't get survive longer while Resonant Pulses are silencing you from this agged up Void Spirit. But I think maybe AC might be the angle, but we'll see which way he chooses to go. He does still have that Bloodthorn queued up. But other than that, checking on the items, we saw the Ags on Void Spirit. Tusk does have his Yules now, as well as the Aether Lens, which means he can kick and grab people from further away once he does get to the Ags if he chooses to go for it. So the Ags on Lifestealer. And D-Dot does have his Aether Lens and 4 Staff. Very tough to lock down right now. Lion, on the other hand, also has Blink and Ghost Scepter, so everyone's picking up some items, and the smoke gank is coming out here for veteran Vanguards. Looks like they want to try something, but Radiant might have smelled it out here.
They got the Torm right away on the Void Spirit.
Oh, that's a really nice one.
Yep, and mid lane, you mentioned the smoke gank. Here they go, warding up the high ground. I don't think they have an idea. Radiance is turned off. Universe shows mid. Pushing forward is Beamy. Oh, Beamy with the step forward actually gets the smoke break onto the Doom. Cheeky.
I like that. And Gwelly is playing on the left. Salty Ouija in this little spot can see behind the tier 2 just a sliver, but opts to move away. And looks like everyone's just
Wards get spotted
here.
out.
Yeah, really important T-board there. And
very important.
Looks like Dire want tense moments right now. It's all about the initiation. Universe does get spotted.
They're breaking the smoke right now, and they're happy. They're throwing away their location. They're gonna get the, what do you call this again? The outpost. Sorry, I forgot the name for a second.
Outpost, yeah.
They also get the Wisdom Rune onto Universe at the very least. So a little bit of smokes and mirrors for both these teams. They smoke up on the side of veteran Vanguards. No real moves there. Just because, and that just so shows how much tense they are in this one. Universe, by the way, with an Octocore.
Yeah, I like this. It means he's going to be able to get his Arena of Blood a lot more, and it means he'll probably be able to get 2 spears out in the middle of a fight instead of just the 1.
Gem Rage.
Looks like Aegis.
Activated. They want to try pushing forward. Smoke gonna be used here. Another Berserker's Potion used. Gonna try to push forward. Aether Remnant catches him out. Corona Fan, he doesn't have the Aghanim just yet. He's gonna go inside of him. Doom gets pump fake. Didn't want to use it just yet. That's a BKB he'll use on the Alchemist. All for a tier 2 tower. Not too worth it, but it's something. They're gonna back away from that one.
It's a very, very tough initiation there for the Dire. especially with Beamy coming in and stepping forward, silencing everybody. The Doom did pump fake the Doom, but chose not to do it. And Universe chasing here might have caught Salty Ouija on the corner there, but looks like they're looking for D-Dot instead.
D-Dot chasing down. He does have a Lincoln Sphere, and they know they're under vision. They also have another good ward here placed on the high ground.
Yeah, I see it, and
Go
does
for
see
escape.
Corone fan. But looks like Dai is opting to run it out.
Oh no.
Chemical
not yet.
Rage used.
Oh, they're gonna doom him. They're gonna doom him. They're gonna get the doom. He doesn't get unfettered off. They're gonna get the lockdown. They get the kill there onto Corone. Jumping in is Beamy. Gets a Resident Pulse off. But looks like they have their eyes set on bigger targets. Tapping Universe. Double Spear though. Into the arena with the Fear back. They're actually gonna get the kill out of the Salty BG. Beamy gets that one. This fight is so split up right now. Looks like Raikes should be falling here. Willie does have an RP. They find 2 for 1. Beamy goes back in. Wait, Beamy's just dead. Oh no.
Gets the silence. And that's the awkward reveal from Alchemist. And yeah, it's so unfortunate. This ward just gives them everything that they need. Corone fan wasn't able to hit unfettered before that Doom, and he just dies. And they do have the buybacks, but that's a disastrous gank from... Oh, well, an excellent gank from Dire, but disaster for Bandle here, and we'll see what how they're going to opt to do this. They do all have buybacks now with that courier dying. I think they might choose to just sack this tier 3 and try and take the tier 3 mid instead with this Akari.
I mean, it's a Tusk 4. What can you really do? Tusk 5, I mean. He can tickle the tower a little bit, but bottom racks, it's gonna die. Looks like they want to go for tier 2 mid, but there is no wave. They have to back away. They can't get anything.
Yeah, they have to run away. They see them running out with this ward.
Oh, top side. Oh, Akari! Ooh, close. He kills off the creep wave before the Alchemist completes that TP.
SD is here. We'll catch him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's a Doom. No hesitation. Drops it instantly. Very, very dead on that Tusk. Octarine Core, by the way, on that Doom, so he's happy to use it.
Yeah, and well on his way towards that Hex as well. That Hex is going to be even more stuff for the Radiant to deal with, and the only person who can really deal with it optimally is that Lincoln's bearing Void Spirit and Lifestealer with his unfettered facet. But I mean, they can just force him to use it and then disengage and then re-engage.
I don't think you can use Unfettered while you're Hex though.
I'm honestly not sure. It does say can be cast while disabled, but I'm not sure if that includes
but you're
Hex.
muted as well. You're muted and
yeah,
silenced.
maybe you're silenced. Yeah. Okay.
You can't Unfettered if you're silenced.
Yeah, alright, you might be right. Well, you must be right then. So, yeah, nice little counter then for this unfettered facet.
Yep. And Roshan.
And it's just tough. There's like no ankles that I can see for Radiant to take a really good team fight. They don't have a Magnus. They don't have a Doom to just delete one hero from the fight. They have to play the fights perfectly, and so much of it has been on top of Universe, right? He's played such a good game. So insane save from Akari, but is it going to be enough for the next time with this 18k gold lead? I'm not sure.
I kind of disagree with the Aegis going on the Alchemist, but then I looked around for the items, right? Apparently the Magnus is going for this Assault Curious, and this Doom doesn't really want to hit towers. So at this point, you can't really give the Aegis to any of these tower hitters that isn't the Alchemist. So there's really no choice, but I don't really like giving Aegis onto transformation heroes.
Yeah, I agree with you. But they should have given the Shadow Demon, surely.
Give it the Lion.
But yeah. Yeah, the Lion. The Lion's been doing good.
Oh, close there.
Yeah.
Both had the same idea.
Salty Ouija heading towards, looks like an Ethereal Blade. Is there an item coming out for him right now? No. But Quelly does have that plate mail, but actually has Octarine Core queued up.
I wonder what's in his courier.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look, see here. Yep, that's
yeah,
easy.
it does have almost a full AC.
Yeah, he has it now. Yep,
just needs the Hyper Stone, right?
There, got it.
There it is. Yeah, he's got it now. Yeah. Full AC coming out, then Octarine. Yeah, Sexy Gwelly going to be very difficult to take down now.
They also have the what do you call this? They have a Hex now on the Doom.
Yeah, Tintin's got that Hex. Down to a 15-second cooldown with that Octarine core, so very, very nice. And
By the way, Pretz, plus 12 all stats per hero hit with RP on a Magnus.
yeah, and yeah, with the way the fights have been going, it's basically 60 stats every single time he presses RP. So, Sexy Welly definitely showing us how it's done. He's going to be hitting like a truck actually when he does hit RP.
Speaking about hitting like a truck, Aegis just demolishes that tower with the Empower.
Yeah,
Oh,
he has
my
Mixologist, he has Empower, he hits so damn
This is
fast.
without AC, by the way.
Yeah,
AC in the vicinity.
yeah. Damn, it's looking very tough. Are they going to fight into Aegis here?
They don't really have, like, which one? Aegis or the Aegis? Yes.
Yeah, Aegis and Aegis.
Oh, gonna get the purge.
Oh,
Oh, wait, the
kick.
kickback? Wait, what? Where did that come from? Two-man stun though from Salty Ouija keeps the fight alive. I did not know that Akari has gotten his Aghanim Scepter. Rax still alive. Infest inside. Arena in the backline. They catch out D-Dot. D-Dot should be dying here. I think they kick back Aegis deeper and deeper inside. Rykes falls down to Tintin though. Into buyback from him. D-Dot still survives. They're gonna get the disruption off onto the Mars. Mars gonna get Hex up as well. There's gonna be another jump in for this Alchemist. Alchemist just bumps the BKB, tries to run away. You're gonna get the blood turned off here onto the Mars. Mars gonna try to hobble away from this one. There's a snowball save. The kickback as well. This Alchemist is getting kicked all around, but the Aghanims, or rather the Lincolns, gets cancelled out here. They find this Void Spirit. He gets taken down. There's a buyback. Instantly gonna be using it. Crushcon, RP. He's not gonna actually get it. He gets stunned away by the Arena. Now he gets it off there onto the Lifestealer. Score away onto the Tusk. Can he try to keep the Tusk alive? No, they cannot. No buyback for him. Corone has to run away from this one. They get the Magnus, they get the Lion as well. These fights is everywhere. Aegis gets jumped on again by the Mars, but he will be able to get away. They get the mid-racks. All for the price of this Mars and the Lion and an Aegis. 3 gone. If you count the Aegis, they want to try to playing around this one. Uh-oh, they jump forward. They're going to get the jump here onto D-Dot. He's going to die here. And Aegis, he's also going to get caught inside this arena. A costly hold there for Vandal Savage, but they hold nonetheless. 4 dead, 5 if you include the Aegis.
Far, dude, the fights are insane. Like so many small plays. I'll just go quickly run through. Like the Lion doing such a good job of making sure that Tusk can't save the Lifestealer when he's getting gone on when he's silenced. I saw that the Spear absolutely stunning the Mars straight into that random building when he went into RP. The Aegis doing such a good job of self-dispelling himself with his Berserk Potion. And Lifestealer just going in and out, playing on the absolute edge. Corone fan doing such a good job. Did not have to use his buyback, if I'm not mistaken. So his is still available. And this might be a Rax the opposite way. They're choosing not to buy back, and I think that is the correct choice. But damn, another Aegis taken.
Bottom, wait, bottom. They're gonna Doom here onto the Mars. He's gonna get ran down. He's dead. Oh, the save though. Kickback as well. They're gonna try to stall this one out. BKB gonna be used on a punch up as well here. Mars is still alive. Akari. And he's gonna Tintin walks back in. Oh no, there's the arena as well. Tintin gets baited.
That's so good. That's such a great play there from Tusk. I thought it was going to go sideways once he kicked him because the distance was shorter.
Oh, the kickback again! Akari! I've said it in this tone before! But Akari doing it all in the backside. Wait, that's a dieback on the Beamy. What are you doing there? D-Dot gonna get infested by the Lifestealer, but he's picking him in closer! Wait! Lifestealer! That's not where you wanna be! RP in the base! Wait, Lifestealer! You can't be here, buddy! Snowball! It's gonna stall things out, but he's gonna die! The kickback! Akari! No way! And the push fire from Goalie, they finally find the Lifestealer, but inside the arena we go! They're not gonna find anything! Rykes dies! Oh no!
It looked so good, Anna. It looked so good for the Radiant. They absolutely outplayed Tintin's Doom. But then, what? Why are they going so damn deep on this Shadow Demon? They bring him into the base. The Unfettered was a little bit late. Like he could have used it like insta on the RP, and unfortunately he just dies. It's so
Not just that, grim. Beamy just was inside the base. They find they find Universe. He doesn't have he has a buyback though. They get the Doom on him.
Actually, wait, who did he get the Doom on? They get the Doom on the Lifestealer, Universized. Instant buyback from him. Corona fan, he should be good because of the Unfettered. But this should be Mega Creeps.
Definitely Megas. They played so well on Radiant to bring it back to this point. And unfortunately,
Two-man Sun!
Mega here.
Oh, Salty VG. Another hell of an initiation, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What can they
Tier
do
4.
on Radiant? They have the
Fortification.
kickback in 1 second.
there it is,
There's
the
the tough
kickback
kickback.
onto Tintin. Wait, Tintin! Too deep! He's gonna get punched up inside the fountain. He's dead! Disruption as well! He's gonna get the kill onto the SD! Inside the arena, they find the Lion! What is happening, Prince?
He doesn't have buyback on Doom. This could be an opportunity. There is Aegis available in 29. Oh, it may respawn in 29 seconds, but it's going to be tough to clear out all these Megas before they can actually put some impact on the map. They do have buyback on both supports, but the Doom did die back here. They do have a chance, and Akari...
Yeah, this is a big chance! Wait! They don't have buyback on the Doom. They're forced to buyback on the supports here. Aegis... He has an Aghanim Scepter for someone. He doesn't have buyback just yet. He should be getting it in just a moment. The Magnus has to try to cut these waves.
Oh, they see him. They see him. They see
Oh, Aegis! No! They don't have a blink though.
Oh, unfortunate.
No,
I think they saw him go into the trees, but they couldn't see him where he was TPing. But
No.
damn, I thought they could have cancelled the TP. Maybe they could have found someone.
This is... They can't push forward because of creep wave. It's a little too far back. They're gonna have the supports back in this one. But no Doom for a minute. I think this is still an opportunity here for Bando Savage to put a lot of more pressure than they need to.
It's I feel like a lot of it's on the back of this Akari. He's got these Psychic Headband and Aetherlands. Means he can kick when he's not even anywhere near an enemy. But oh, the dot coming in.
Oh,
hits
the kick again! Look at that! From all the way downtown! D-Dot, he's still alive. There's no detection. Wait, no way. No way, right? No, he's finally gonna die, but he doesn't have a buyback. Wait, that's a whole huge misplay. 100 gold away from buyback. Another kickback onto Aegis. PKB though, it's gonna be used. Can he try to get this kill? Can he get the stun off? He's gonna turn and try to fight this one. Arena though, onto these two heroes. There's a buyback onto Aegis at the very least, but he doesn't have Chem Rage. Salty VG, he's dead. He doesn't have a buyback. There's a buyback now on this Alchemist. The creeps, the mid lane. Mid lane, guys. Guys, your base is being pushed out. If you're on Veteran Vanguard, you have to push forward this. Oh no, they're not gonna push.
Makes his way out. Akari's making their way out. Triple bounties here for Beamy.
Oh. They get the Doom, Aghanim Synth. Oh my goodness.
The Doom on Ags is gonna be crazy. This is a heart racing game, Aaron. What have we signed up for?
I'm getting lightheaded. Oh.
It's crazy.
Unironically, oh, let me drink some water.
Yeah, drink some water. Take it easy. Take it easy. I can take it from casting for a little bit. Rest.
No. We push forward just like how they're pushing forward. Aegis now. They're gonna get Aegis as well. Only buybacks, by the way, in this game. Spritz. The Magnus and the Tusk. No one else has a buyback.
That Tusk buyback is very, very important. We saw the value that he brought in that fight. They weren't respecting the kick whatsoever, and because of that, that kind of got them back into this game. And suddenly, that 20k net worth lead is now 2k, and Lifestealer is the highest net worth on the whole damn map. Does have that Aghanim Scepter, passing it on to someone else. It looks like holding onto it, perhaps,
probably.
but yeah, and that's a Divine queued up for Lifestealer right now.
I mean, what else have you got left in the tank here? You give away Aegis, buybacks. It's on cooldown, and you have D-Dot's buyback and just 4 more gold. 22 seconds for Beamy's buyback. They get the Aegis, or rather the Tormentor as well here.
They do defend the base for now.
They're smoked up though. Fritz, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
This is like throws on throws on throws.
Akari might break the smoke, does.
Oh, he's gonna break it. They're gonna try to get this Doom. The blink, the 3-man has stunned though. Tintin is still alive. Can he get the Doom of the weekend? He gets kicked back in. Can he get the Doom? He still can't get it off. Tintin, he stopped getting it off. The fear back, Tintin. He's dead. Aegis is forced to fight into this one. RP don't want to do. Can they try to find anything more? There's a score back onto the Mars as well as the Life Stealer. Spear onto Magnus. D-Dot, he's in trouble. He's gonna get jumped here by this. Oh, the Finger of Death though in the backside. He does absolutely no damage. Exequently getting chased down. Wait, the base is falling down. They just have to stall out for a little bit longer. There's a dieback there on the Alchemist.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Creeps! They take down the tier 4s, but everyone else is dead! Did we just see a comeback? A Mega Creep comeback, Prince!
I think it might be. They need to fix up the lanes a little bit here, but that's an insane hold. The Tusk absolutely controlled 2 of those heroes that were stuck in their BKBs, just kicking them around the place, and Alchemist ended up in the fountain somehow. All the way on the backside. I was watching the right-hand side. I looked to the left, and Aegis just getting pumped under the fountain. This Alchemist looking like a little peasant next to Lifestealer right now. He's looking like a monster on this
Rapier
Lifestealer.
plus the Desolator. They want this one. Magnus, he's gonna try to cut these waves. He really has to cut the waves. They're gonna clean out the mid wave here. Thanks to that, right? Thanks to Rikez and Corona Fan, but they're not stopping this Magnus. He gets the mid wave cut. Tusk in the area. Can they try to find him? Push forward. They need to get this Magnus. He's good. He's gone. But into the hands of Universe, who catches him out in the arena. He has a buyback though. So this isn't too bad. There's a buyback available.
Yeah, Sexy Gueli, that's an extremely important play he just done. Basically buys time for Lion to definitely respawn
Doom
for
is
the
back.
defense, and Alchemist to respawn as well. So really high level knowledge play there from Sexy Gueli. Does have his own buyback, but let's take a quick look at the buyback status right now, and the only person with buyback on Dire is Sexy Gueli and D-Dot themselves. So it's looking very tough right now. Corona Fan does feel extremely strong. Does have the Aegis as well.
They're going for tier 4s. They're going for GG push.
They're gonna have to buy
How
back
the
here on
tables
Mag.
have turned. They're gonna use the disruption there on the Void Spirit, but it's nothing. They're gonna have to use buyback. They're gonna have to dive in with this Doom. Doom is nowhere to be seen though. He's at the top side. He's gonna Doom the Mars on the top. They're gonna use the fortification. They're gonna use the banner as well. But the Mars, I think he should be dead here. 100%. And this fight is so split up. Why isn't the Mars with his team? Universe dies, no buyback. Instant TP out there from the Doom. Oh, both teams stay alive. Buyback used though on the Magnus. Oh.
But suddenly there's suddenly a 4v5 in the opposite way. There's no buyback here on Mars. He probably felt like he could make sure the Doom couldn't come back to base with his Hex, Arena, as well as the Spear that he could use. But unfortunately gets caught out, gets doomed before he can do any of that. And they tried to finish, and all they did was force out a Magnus buyback. But that is very important as we get to this super late game stage. The Aegis does have 45 seconds left, and Corona Fan, you need to be very careful farming here, my friend. I've seen many carries die in this exact spot late game. It does back
Doom
his
has
way
buyback.
out.
Shadow Demon has buyback. Lifestealer, Void Spirit, Dark Willow, they have buyback, but oh my goodness, what a game are we witnessing. This is do or die, and look at the gold swing. The win
Yeah, it's
rate.
insane.
The win chance. Oh wait, put team back. Wait, D-Dot! What are you doing here, D-Dot? No. Disruption on himself, but it just sets up for the death. Rikez gets that kill. They can't get anything more from that. Creeps are still a threat. He tried to get the outpost, but he pays for it with his life. He does have a buyback, however.
Aegis used. There is no Aegis anymore. So I have to see what he chooses to replace that with. It sounds kind of weird, but I kind of like Refresher instead of Phase Boots. I feel like that's super duper strong here. Basically means he gets double BKB, double unfettered. It does kind of counter the incoming. You can use it for like the Lion, or you can use it for Mag and Refresh. Really insane, but yeah.
By the
looks
way,
like...
it doesn't matter if he gets a Doom off. If he gets it without unfettered, that's a crazy chat. But if he gets it without the unfettered, he's gonna hit them with the Doom with the mute, so the Refresher will be useless. Everyone's
yeah,
disconnected.
you're right. Yeah.
CP break.
Everyone needs to go and chuck a piss. I respect that. But yeah. Alright, so what's coming up next? Let's take a quick look while we're in this pause. There's an amplified damage here. This is I'm not sure on the rotations, but this is one of the last few amplified damages we've seen this game. So that's sitting there for another 40 seconds on bot. That could be really important. Doom, looks like he's going for a blink, a strength blink, overwhelming blink. That is small cherry on top. But what I really want to see here is Lion perhaps go towards that Ags and get that huge AoE finger of death, or maybe even head towards what's the item that where you can't die? I always forget its name.
Aeon Disc.
Aeon Disc, yeah. I think Aeon Disc might actually be quite a lot of value right now. Maybe heading towards a Lincoln's, not too sure. It's tough to itemize against this repositioning from Tusk, because honestly, Tusk is doing such a good job of keeping them in the game.
Oh my goodness. This game is insane. 55 minutes in.
Insane.
I'm just saying, Fretz, all but one series that I've casted went to 3 games.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. I still think that Dire's in a pretty good spot, right? They have Megas, they have RP, sorry. They have a lot of room to grow in a lot of their heroes. Alchemist is kind of capped out, but can start giving out those Ags. Doom is also just such a menace to verse later on in the game. I'm surprised he's not gone for that refresher yet. I think that's so powerful for these fights. But Radiant on the other side, though, they have this Tusk just kicking people everywhere, and such a good play so far from Akari to get to this point, and just keep the team in the game. But all of that's on the back of the damage being outputted by Corone Fan, as well as Beamy being such a nuisance. This Ags Resonant Pulse is doing so much in the fight, silencing everyone. It's such a menace to verse, and not to underplay Rakez's usage as well, because these terrorizers, they've been terrorizing because it's been so tough to fight into this with the 6-second BKBs. That being said, I think SD's done a very, very good job of nullifying Rakez's Dark Willow with those Ags Demonic Cleansers. It's done really, really well. So see how it plays out here as we unpause. We're in the 55th minute, Anno.
5 more minutes.
Slobber knocker.
5 more minutes until we get tier 5 items, spreads. And I think at this point, with the way this game has been going, I think we need tier 5 items just to settle the score between these two teams.
Yeah, and talking about the tier 5 items, look, we could have a Seer Stone on Tusk. That means the kicks can be from even further away. Absolutely insane. Lion would probably benefit from that as well. Book of Shadows would probably go absolutely insane for either team. That would be such a good save. Of course, Dire does have a lot of ground-based spells, so they... well, I think they're immune anyway, so I'll just double-check that on tier 5 neutrals. Untargetable, muted, and disarmed. Okay, so they can still be damaged. So it's basically Dark Willow W. So
yep.
I think that's still going to be extremely, extremely powerful, especially when Doom goes in. Other than that, what other tier 5 newts? There's Pirate, which is going to be a huge boon for Radiant. It means they can basically farm without farming the map. And of course, that Stygian Desolator.
Yep.
Yeah,
Stygian.
Force Boot's very, very powerful.
Stygian, Mirror Shield as well, Magical Lamp to keep an eye out. Arcanist Armor as well. Unwavering Condition if you want to throw.
Yeah. I think Mars with his Arcanist Armor might be like one of the most powerful frontliners in all of Dota. So see how he goes with that, and we're not too far away, only 3 minutes away.
A little off topic, Pretz, with the tier 5 items, but the only hero that can make Unwavering Condition work is probably Medusa, no?
Yeah, I think it's Medusa. I think that's basically it, because it doesn't affect her mana, if I'm not mistaken.
It only affects HP.
Yeah. Actually, I've never versed the Medusa with that Unwavering Condition, so
yeah,
I imagine it's probably horrible.
Yeah, even then, you would have like a lot of value items on Medusa, or any carry here in general. You have Apex, you have Pirate Hat, you have Stygian. I feel like Stygian is like probably the best tier 5 offensive tier 5 out there.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's probably the best offensive. In terms of defensive, I would say Arcanist Armor, but like there's a part of me that wants to say Book of Shadows just because of how the player could use it. And actually, another defensive item potentially, I would say Force Boots. It's actually kind of slept on in a sense where it's not really slept on in the sense where you don't want to pick it up. But I feel like in the right hands,
you're trying to jump on, let's say, a carry, and all of a sudden he gets 4-staff. Like, wait, how do you get there? Kind of deal.
Yeah, 100%. It's basically like you get free force boots, and it also means that you can free up a boot slot on your in your main 6 slots. So I definitely think force boots is very, very powerful. Roche can spawn in the next 22 seconds.
That's
So
115 movement speed, by the way, increase.
Yeah, super duper, like super powerful. It's really nice.
You know what I do miss though, Brett?
What's that?
The Woodland Striders.
The Woodland Striders. You have to remind me. What's that one again?
It's the boots where if you click on it, you plant trees everywhere you run.
Oh, that one. Yeah. You know, dude, that reminds me. You know the one that I miss?
Which one?
The spider legs.
Dude,
The one that let you go up and down the cliffs.
Spider
Their
legs was
statue
insane.
was so broken.
that had move speed too.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Spider legs was so broken.
I miss bring back possess mask. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Alright, so Corona Fan does have an extra 730 health because of this Corpse Eater facet. Oh, sorry, Feast facet. So it's definitely basically got so much extra strength because of that. It's really cool to
Celsius
see.
boots. I think this is a satanic or no, it's a strength blink actually.
Strength blink, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Is it absurd for Lifestealer to hold onto this aesthetics cap if he doesn't get anything good from the tier 5? I feel like aesthetics cap is so good.
I think so too. I think the only thing you get rid of for aesthetics cap is probably the Stygian or the Mirror Shield, because if you get the Mirror Shield, it's basically better aesthetics cap. But meanwhile, top side, Tintin looking for a jump potentially. Looking at the buyback status, they have buybacks on everybody except the Mars and the Magnus, so no buybacks on your offlaners.
And how far away are they? One, Mag needs 2 minutes, and Mars just needs 400 gold, so just a couple of bounty runes and he should be there, but looks like Dire is setting up for Roshan, but it won't be up for another minute.
They can take their time. This is tier 5?
Yeah. I think it gives Radiant an opportunity to build up to those tier 5, build up the tier 5 neutrals, so I think Dire does recognize this. I wouldn't be surprised if Tintin would look for a Doom target here. I would actually like to see them play in this bottom jungle on the Radiant side, because almost certainly people are going to be trying to get that tier 5 neutral right in as it hits 60 minutes, but they are choosing to just chill instead. Corona Fan.
There it is.
Are they going?
Tier 5, here we go. We got the first tier 5 on this Doom. What do we got? Drum roll, please. Brrr. Seer Stone on the Magnus, Giant's Ring on the Doom.
Yeah. Giant's Ring on Doom, super good. Lets him initiate from any kind of angle. Also, it's just like such an insane amount of strength and movement speed.
Mirror
Lets him
Shield
get
on
around the map. Yeah, that's a really important one, I think.
Force
the Mirror
boots
Shield
on the
on
Life
Alk.
Sealer.
Mirror Shield, I actually kind of like Mirror Shield a little bit more because it's very good against Tusk. Basically means that Tusk will kick himself in.
If he's not in Soul, bro.
Yeah.
Giant's Ring on the Tusk.
Sorry, bottom lane, Rikers.
Yo, wait, what? Rikers? I think he's happy to die. He cuts this one out, he gives away his life. Try to get information for his team.
I think he was trying to do a cheeky steal.
Yep.
I respect that.
Scattered him out. Book of the Dead though on the Shadow Demon.
That's a really nice one. Basically means you get to have true sight wherever you go, and in a when the lane's pushing out, you can just pop it and send it down a lane and basically get free pressure on the map. Nice pickup there. Aegis does have.
I think that's a
Mirror
refresher.
Shield.
Yeah, that's a refresher on the Doom now.
Yeah, very important. Refresher shard. Nice to see. Has Lifestealer got his one? He went for the Force Boots.
Mirror
like
Shield
he
as
said.
well on the Mars.
Yeah, that's nice.
They have to pay attention to these. Book of Shadows on the Lion. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the tier 5s on the side of Dire, but Radiant still has 2 more left for their heroes to pick up. Dark Willa has hers now.
Just need to have Void Spirit get his. Does have his as well, so that's all of them taken.
I should say he should get either an Apex or a Stygian if it allows him.
Wouldn't be opposed to some Force Boots either.
Yeah. I wouldn't go too far as to say Force Boots would be good on the Void Spirit, but these Mirror Shield, Seer Stone on the Willow.
Magic Lamp. Okay.
Interesting pick.
Interesting.
I
Yeah, he's
think
not
all
gonna
his
be
items
healed.
were pretty bad, in my opinion.
Oh, someone's here. Someone's joined the call.
Radiant's ancient is
We
under
ignore
attack.
until this game is over, Pretz.
Okay.
I don't want to
alright,
look away.
Sounds good.
Whoever you are, you go. Shh. Shush. I'm not
Kari,
looking.
Giant's Ring. Just trying
I don't know. I think Akari might have. I don't think he had good items either. I would have
Yeah.
like what you mentioned, a Seer Stone maybe even an Arcanus armor, just so that Akari can be even more pesky.
Yeah, 100%. I think this Force Field Aura as well on the Arcanus armor would have been extremely powerful, as you said. It looks like they're about to go in here with the Doom Illusions, pushing in the bottom.
By the way, buybacks on everybody available.
Yeah, the next fight's going to be so important. See how they started off? Tintin is walking in smoked.
They should know that there's a Mirror Shield on the Mars. They see where the Lifestealer is, the Doom. Oh, they're gonna get the Doom, they're gonna get the Hex, get the burst damage, the kick away, the save. The Lifestealer's fine, but the RP back, and the score into the Doom. The Mars Arena, it's a 2-man stun up. Lion is still alive in this one, the Arena. It's doing so much work, they're gonna try to man fight it in this one. Well, he's dead, he does have a buyback, he's gonna buy back into this one, Aegis. He's gonna fall down with Aegis, actually, Rikes will also fall down, Aegis. Turns around with that fight. Doom on the Mars. He's still alive. Buyback's committed. Another 2-man stun. Look at Ouija go. Ouija gets decimated. Rikes has a die back. I can't follow this fight. The Ancient, it's gonna get taken. They just have to hit away. Ancient is gonna fall. The Ancient is on fortification. 60 minutes. They're gonna get the Infest bomb. Tintin is there, but the Ancient falls. Veteran Vanguard survive. Oh my goodness. Airport
What
smells
an
good.
insane fight.
Oh,
Dude. Oh, that was absolute bonkers last fight. I couldn't keep up with it either. This is all I know is that Tusk got some crazy saves on the Doom. The double Doom did so much work. The second one was on top of Mars, so he couldn't refresh, and he couldn't use his second arena for so long. But Bandle Savage, they are going to lose it 0-2. Veteran Vanguards doing such an insanely good job. Honestly, a lot of it on the back of Sexy Gwelly and Radiant. They did have some opportunities to bring it back, but unfortunately kind of overheated in the opportunities where they needed to be very chill. And with that, Veteran Vanguards is going to take it, and it always was going to be very tough for Bandle Savage. They were fighting into double Mag RP. They were fighting into double Doom. That SD, who's just a menace, probably with the best support in the late game. And the salty Ouija as well, just doing so well with these humongous stuns. Alchemist got them through that tough part in the early stages of the game, where they could have definitely fallen behind with the draft from Radiant, but did end up becoming the Ags machine towards the end, and it's doing such an insanely good job there from Veteran Vanguards. But have to give props to Bandle Savage, because they did such a really, really, really good job to navigate these fights, because there was a lot of problems they had to answer. They had to find answers to a lot of issues, and they did find it. A lot of it on the back of this Task, a lot of it on the back of this Universe Mars. But in the end, that 64-minute fight with the double refresher Doom is gonna take it, Anno.
I have to,
Insane.
yeah. I have to watch a VOD. I don't know who was hitting the Ancient. I wasn't sure. Was it? I have to rewatch it.
Magnus ended the game. Magnus ended the game.
Oh,
His
Magnus
buyback with
ended.
it. Yeah, Magnus
All
ended the
right.
game.
Thank you for
I was
that.
being chain stunned. I was being chain stunned, and then Tintin was also being chain stunned. I had no ulti also, because what's it called?
Right.
Uh,
You know, Aegis, Shane, since you're here, we might as well interview you real quick before we let you away.
I have to admit, I tilted my team so much. I threw so many times.
I could tell.
But yeah,
All right,
was,
let's do 2 questions each, Frets, before we end the stream.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right, so I'll start things off. So Shane or Aegis, what 2-game series you guys had? You subbed in for Kraos. I think even though you subbed in for Kraos, you still have the chemistry with your team, but you're going to the grand finals and you're facing off against Dusk Esports. I have this is a 2-part question. 1, will you be fighting against Dusk Esports? And 2, how excited are you guys going up against Dusk Esports, because this is your revenge match?
I don't know who's playing in grand finals. We'll have to see on availability, but they definitely like they okay, so I don't think it's offensive to say this, but then when you look at like you have to be able to gauge relative strength of enemy teams, right?
Yep.
So in our bracket, we definitely felt Dust Esports threatens us more than Vanguard equals 15 armor. So they allowed me to play in this series, even though it is the elimination game, and a lot of pressure was on me. But then they said like, just hey, buddy, don't fuck it up. Go. We'll let you play this team. Like you can definitely beat them before. You beat them in scrims. We've been playing against them for a long time, like ever since season 0 and season 1. So yeah, like I mean, I think I definitely showed my chops game 1. But like game 2, like I think the pressure was really getting to me.
Mm.
So yeah. For the what was the second part of your question?
How excited you guys are gonna fight against the
Oh yeah, I
Dusky
mean
Sports for
definitely
revenge?
it's rematch, right? Rematch against Dusky Sports. I
Yep.
think it was. I think our first series was 1-2, right?
Yeah, 1-2.
Yeah, yeah. So we're actually kind of studying like even before today's game. Obviously we were preparing for veteran Vanguard equals 15 armor, but then we were also looking at replays of how we lost to them previously because we don't really lose that often to Vanguard equals 15 armor. So yeah,
Right.
pretty
All right.
excited.
Pretz, what about you? Got any questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, what's the, obviously it's a very high pressure situation in this game that we just watched, where it's like it feels like suddenly this on the back of this Tusk Ags and on top of this on the back of this Mars, suddenly it feels like you guys are actually on the back foot, even though you guys felt like you were very in control. You guys probably felt like you were in control most of the game. Did that feel like that once they got into that little bit of a commanding position, or would you guys feel like you had it in control the whole game?
Um, I think to be completely honest, like I think there were a few times where it's like I like we die one by one, like suddenly they wipe us 4 people, 5 people, right? Like shit like that. And then definitely it's like hard like soul crushing in those moments because I feel like these guys are my friends, I'm just a sub. Like I feel like I failed my team. Like for example, because I like a lot of the times I died first. Like let's be real, right? Like
Yep.
a lot of the times I fucked up. But then I think we were never really afraid. Like the comms were really okay in the sense that like uh I was getting a lot of like, hey, like you shouldn't be there, blah blah, like don't be there, play safe, stuff like that. But other than that, we weren't like, oh fuck, it's hard to win now. No, it's because we have like double RP, we have what's it called? We have like Doom. Doom actually didn't have double Doom for most of the game. He only had the refresher from Roshan. So, but then at the same time, it's still like we know that our draft is like Doom is just such an impactful spell, right? Like RP is such an impactful spell. And you know, a fun tidbit that I wanted to let you guys know is that Miguel actually, who's basically our star player, right? He didn't even know that Lifestealer had unfettered, which like allows him to break out of RP. Like we didn't even know. Like the whole game we didn't know until I bought like an abyssal and then he RP, then he got out. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, he has unfettered. Like yeah. So
Yeah, it had an insane value, that unfettered. There was a couple times he got doomed, and while he was in unfettered, and it actually only lasted 5 or 6 seconds, the whole doom. So, I think it was a really good pickup by the lifestealer. But yeah, that's basically the only question I had, because I feel like in those really tough, anxious moments, right, when in these 60-minute games, you're playing for your tournament life, can feel like
it was hard.
very
It was stressful.
stressful.
For real.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was
stressful.
very stressful, right? So it's good to hear that the comms were clean. Good to hear that you guys were playing well. So, yeah, that's about it from me. I know if you want to
Yep.
close it out.
Honestly, I feel like if we didn't get mega creeps and then we fucked up that many times, like the game was over for us.
Yep.
Like they would have fucking rinsed us. I think there would have been a game 3.
Yep. But yeah, I think that's also it from me. And not really a question, but do you have any words? Do you have a message to say to Dusk Esports before you guys go into the grand finals with them?
Um, I don't Dusky Sports. I mean, like a lot of them are my friends. Like I idolize. Honestly, I admire and idolize Admiral Kitsune. Like he inspired me to pick up my lone druid again in pubs, and I'm looking forward to my team playing because I'm not sure if I'm playing. Like I think the plan is for me not to play the grand finals, focus on school and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, like really looking forward to a great grand finals. I'm really rooting for my team. It's gonna be like our first victory, I think, in PDL if ever. And if I think it's already a first, like being second place, it's already a first for us.
Yep.
So super happy in the history. And one more thing before I leave, anybody who's watching the stream, you guys might encounter a clip of me going viral on the internet. I think it's already at 15,000 views of me getting hooked twice by the punch in the previous series against the what's it called?
Also by Vanguard 15 armor
Yeah,
Atari.
so it was also the opponent in the series. So I got my revenge, guys. And the clip did show either Keon's amazing casting, or second, my fucking comeback that game. But yeah, so best of luck to everybody, and Dust Esports better watch out.
Thank
And
you
I
for
hope
that.
Aya likes the taste of the fucking airport.
Thank you for that, Shane. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have. So, Pretz, thank you for joining me for our first cast together. Hopefully, we get more casts in, and hopefully, we get to cast more of these things together because I enjoyed casting with you, Pretz. Anything you want to say before we leave?
No. That's it for me, man. It was a lot of fun. It's very late now in Australia, so I'm ready for bed. But it was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing game. So, really big congratulations to you guys, and hope to see you guys and maybe cast you guys in the grand finals. But maybe we'll leave that to the usual C casters. So,
Thank you.
All right.
big congratulations.
Plug Pretzel's Twitch stream if ever before he goes.
It's
Twitch.
okay, bro. No, it's
Twitch, go
all
ahead,
good. Don't
say
worry
it.
about
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. Say your Twitch.
It's twitch.tv/pretzelent. I appreciate it.
Yep, there it is. With that in mind, that is it for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining and thank you for supporting everything, guys. With that,